Hey, what's good, people? Whether it's everybody at work, in between class, while you're working out, or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv Podcast. And we have a great show lined up here for you today, man. It's July 23rd. The weather has been hot as fuck this week. It really has. Um, and yeah, we got we're gonna talk about the Cuck and his brand. You know what I mean? And maybe have a little debate on that. We're gonna talk about 6ix9ine and Kodak Black and what Kodak's doing with his brand, messing with that. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about Kai and DJ Mustard and Jamie Foxx being back. There's a bunch of British news headlines, and Twitter is about to be officially like non-existent. And yeah, there's a lot to get into. But before we get into all of that, I got to introduce the cool guy that I have gathered here with me today. You guys know him. You guys love him. Some of you guys hate him. It's the one and only Mr. Rainy Days. Say what's up to the people.
Hello, hello. How we doing, people? I'm here again from another state, traveling the world. I'm in Seattle, Washington. You know what it is.
Yes, yes, indeed. We got my guy tuning in here. Happy to have you, bro. And you know how we
Happy
start.
to be here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we start every podcast with the watch this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I didn't watch. I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna let you start. Would you unless you
Okay.
want me
I
to
mean, I
start?
always start. I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
Um,
do your thing.
I talked briefly about this before on the podcast, but never really went too far in depth with it. And I've had a few experiences, some being me on the other side of the fence, and now I'm on this side of the fence. And um, I was able to let a close friend of mine shoot a gun for the first time. Um, so we drove out to the middle of nowhere and fucking got some bullets and some maybe might have had some weed and some alcohol
For some reason,
allegedly.
Colin likes to shoot in situations that could get him arrested. He doesn't really care for the whole legal gun range
I
scenario.
do
He just
actually.
doesn't
Like
really like
we
that.
drove all the way out to the middle of nowhere to a place where it was legal to shoot. Um, Target shooting specifically, which is what we were doing, was legal to do. We packed in and packed out. We left no garbage behind. Picked up almost all of the shells, which are impossible to find, and we shot against a backstop the entire time. So we
By
did
the
what we were
way,
supposed to do.
cheers. I took two cheers to all my people out there. Take a sip, take
Cheers.
a
Take a
drink,
poke. Take a
take a
toke.
poke, take a toke. You know what I mean? Whatever you're doing out there.
Facts.
Cheers. Let's get lit. I'm sorry. Continue.
Woo, big hit. All right. Yeah, so we drove all the way out there. Anyway, my whole point in telling this to begin with is not how well we did target shooting. It's about gun ownership.
Yeah.
And my friend Tyler, he's got a girlfriend and a baby, and he lives in a house with other family members,
Yeah.
and you know, in a sense, being the man of the house because he really is the only grown man in the house. And calling him a grown man, I don't want to shit on Tyler. I love Tyler. Anyway, he shot a gun for the first time, and it changed his opinions a little bit on
Uh-huh.
wanting to own a gun and his opinions on other people that own guns because you know it's literally besides one other time the first time he's ever even seen a gun in his life. So
Where does he live
you
again?
Seattle, Washington.
I guess it's different in Seattle. Go ahead.
No, no, no. It's different in Seattle. Like he doesn't go outside the city. I mean, if you go to the smaller towns, you'll find people open carrying and stuff like that. But anyway, long story short, he wasn't really the biggest gun guy, And like you said, whenever you're around somebody and you have a gun and they don't, it's like a hostage
It's a
situation.
friendly hostage situation.
Yeah.
We're just
So
assuming
like
when you're trying to go home, they're gonna let you
I
in.
could
Just assuming.
see how the setting has changed from me coming and showing him the gun and just having it on me for like a day or two in his house and then going out and shooting. Like somebody came near the house the other day and he was like, "Yo, where's your gun, bro?" Like it was
Uh-huh.
just funny, And it's funny to me because I had not funny
Yeah,
to him
yeah.
because he needed it. But people literally came onto his property not to be derogatory in any way, but it was two black gentlemen. They pulled up in a Mercedes and they were wearing like basketball jerseys, raw dogging them shits, nothing underneath, just fucking, you know,
Yeah.
drinking Hennessy out the bottle. And they pull up and they're like, "Oh, yo, my dad used to live here," and they start trying to walk around the property and like look at his house. Like, no, get off my property, you
Yeah.
know. And he tried to be respectful, but they really were not trying to leave, and they like stayed in front of the house for like mad long. Anyway, I was upstairs sleeping. Um, but long story short, he found right away a quick use that he would have felt a lot safer if he had a firearm in his pocket, you know. Um,
Yeah.
and that all comes from him putting his hands on it, knowing how to use it safely, knowing, you know, that it's not going to blow up and explode and kill you every time you pull the trigger, you know, like if
Yeah.
you know how to use a firearm,
Yeah.
it's an essential piece to
Yeah.
any human's life, you know, male or female, big or tall, small, whatever, you know, jacked, whatever you think, you
Can
know,
I can I
you
can
can
I
use a
talk about
go
what
ahead.
because
Go ahead.
I grew up without guns. I was in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying?
Same.
And
I was totally like,
and
when I first seen guns, it was terrifying. And I'm
yeah.
saying like people
Yeah.
just saying, "Hey man, here you want to get it away from me," you know. So me and you are from the same boat. We grew up in New York City, where the only people that have guns are bad people and police.
And the
That's
first
it.
gun I ever seen in real life was my grandmother holding the gun when it was some shooting outside the house in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? My grandmother was the first person I ever seen in my life with a gun in real life. And yeah, my relationship with guns has just been no one I know really has one. And when I hear them, I run away. And yeah, that's just been my experience with guns for real.
Right.
Other than
And
and then just stuff on the movies, obviously, and in
I
video
can
games. You know
relate
what I
to that
mean? But
heavily.
so I had a lot of knowledge about guns just because of video games and like Battlefield and knowing like different names and types of them and how to load them, maybe just virtually. But like as far as real experience with them, I hadn't had it. You know what I mean? And I took them seriously, but I didn't take. They weren't like a part of my life for real. So I just didn't. Whatever. Like I don't know.
Like I said, bro, the only people that we knew had guns growing up were police and bad
Yeah,
people. You know,
exactly. For
like
real. You know what I
you
mean?
don't have a gun unless you're trying to kill somebody or somebody's trying to kill you.
There's no
Straight up,
one in
like,
New York. There's no. I was trying to explain to people in Michigan. There's no such thing as recreational guns for real in New York. You know
oh
what I'm
no,
saying?
not at
There's no
all.
such thing as just Bob the accountant have a gun. Like that's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? You got a gun for a
You can't
reason.
even go
You
to
know
the
what I
bar,
mean?
have a couple drinks, and talk to your homies about the gun you have home in your safe, unloaded. Like niggas would be
Exactly.
like, "You gotta go, bro. I don't know if we can talk no more. I might have to go
Exactly.
somewhere. I got. I'm see you later."
Exactly.
Like,
For real. Because it's like it's crazy. But after coming out here, and I've shot the first gun I shot was a Glock 19, and after shooting, I've shot a Glock 19. I've shot a
did your
shotgun.
first
I've
experience shooting a gun drastically change your opinion about guns?
here's the thoughts that came over my head when I because I think it's mine not having even been a year ago. You know what I mean? At this point, since I shot my first gun, I think at most 2 years at most. No, it might be 2 years. That's not true because I went to the gun range with homie. It might be 2 years. But yeah, my first thought was like I remember holding the gun and I was expecting, and this Glock 19, it's a decent size. It's a handgun, but I was expecting so much like pushback. I thought I was gonna break my wrist or something. You know what I mean? I was holding the gun so hard. I had my body so tight. Yeah, expecting so much recoil. And I shot it, and sure there was recoil, but it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? And then after I shot it a couple more times with two hands, I was like, I could probably shoot this thing with one hand. It's not that bad. I got more and more comfortable with it. And I was surprised at my accuracy. My accuracy wasn't that bad for my first couple times shooting a gun. You know what I mean? And also the accuracy with the AR was scary because that shit is too easy and good to shoot,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm gonna just let you
The
know
accuracy
right
with the
now
AR is scary.
the difference between a handgun and a rifle is unreal. Like
The
you,
accuracy I hit bullseye a couple times with
dude,
that fucking
I'm gonna tell
at
you
like
right
at
now,
like some feet.
I've shot handguns and rifles in the same setting,
Yeah.
and I set up water bottles. All right. And I'm going to tell you right now, every water bottle I aimed at with that rifle went down first shot.
And let me
First shot.
yeah. And let me tell you something too.
That
That
the handgun, it took me, the whole mag, but I got all 5 water bottles, but
yeah,
that rifle, I shot 5 shots,
done.
hit every water bottle, and I had fucking a whole mag left. I just dumped the mag into the fucking drum. I was like, fuck this shit, I already hit everything. Like,
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
but they're crazy scary accurate, and
the
there's
other
a
part is
reason why,
the other
in my opinion, there's a reason why they're trying to ban automatic rifles,
yeah,
and
just the
AR-15s.
form factor, because you know something, my favorite gun I ever shot, and the reason why this is my favorite gun is just because of how confident I was in my ability to let off multiple very accurate shots. It was this gun that my homie had. It was, picture a form factor of an AR, but it shot 9mm rounds. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
honestly, you'd be surprised. It was probably an AR-15. A lot of AR-15s don't look like an automatic rifle. Also, I meant to say AR-15s aren't automatic.
No,
They're
no. It's the
what do you
form
call
factor
it?
of the
They're
rifle.
semi-automatic. You can
Yeah,
shoot it as fast as you want, but you have to pull the trigger every time.
yeah.
But yeah, AR-15s can shoot 223, 5.56. I'm not sure about 9mm, but that could have actually been
Nah, it was a
a
modified.
handgun turned into a long
Yeah,
rifle.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
they
That's
do
what it
that
was. That's what it
sometimes.
was. Yeah, because it was fold out. It folded out. You know what I mean? It could
Oh
fold.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it was a. But the point is, so you have all the recoil distribution and the control of a rifle form factor, except you're only shooting out a 9mm round, even though it's
Yeah,
in a
that's
big
like
clip.
no
You know what I mean?
recoil at
So
all.
it was no
I mean, I
recoil.
shot two two
You know what I
three, but
mean?
223, like if you look up a chart of bullets
Nah,
and you
I've shot an AK round. Like it's
Oh,
you
AK is 7.62. That is like big boy ammunition. You
you
can't
get
get any bigger than that in civilian asset.
yeah,
Like,
that's recoil. But like I don't need, like I know a 9mm will put a nigga down. Like I know that shit will put a nigga down. It's done,
well, all
took
right.
many
So
niggas
here's
out.
the
You
difference.
know what I
Here's
mean?
the difference between most bullets, right? There is when you go to buy bullets from any gun store, they'll ask you paper or people, and they mean, are you going to target shoot or are you trying to defend yourself?
Exactly.
And if you're defending yourself, you use what's called hollow points. Now, hollow points, the thing
Which
about
are
them,
legal in Michigan. They are
right?
perfectly legal to buy.
Now, the thing about hollow points is that you really don't need anything else. If you can get that bullet in a hollow point, it'll put a human down. You know. The thing about hollow points, though, is that they're totally useless in wildlife setting. So, like, if you were to shoot a bear with 10 hollow points, that thing will literally keep charging you. It'll kill you. You can shoot it anywhere but the head. If you shoot it in the head, you might be able to kill it. But yeah,
Hollow
if you
points,
look
because of the name, it is what it.
Well, all right, I'll explain it very
The,
simply.
re- the
There's a little piece of rubber at the tip of a hollow point, and when that rubber hits anything wet, it expands. And when the rubber expands, it causes the bullet to expand. And if you've ever seen the tip of a hollow point, it's cut like a daisy. So when it starts to expand, it opens up like a blooming flower, you
The
know?
reason
And
why
that's
is because and it's the normal bullets are solid. Like this, it's called a hollow point because it's literally a hollow point,
right,
and
but
it causes the bullet to deform. To
they're
deform, it
meant
actually
to be
causes more
shot at
damage.
people because when the
And
hollow point opens up, it stops the bullet from going through the
from going
target
through exactly,
because you don't want
and
to
it causes
be
more
hitting
damage.
random people and whatnot. Yeah, it does cause a lot more damage. But so that's the reason why hollow points are good against people,
And
but bad against wildlife.
that kinetic force that bullet was being shot with, that speed, is now that person will feel the stopping of that speed hitting them.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
why
That's the
hollow
stopping part.
points. Yeah,
See,
hollow points have stopping power.
you see,
So,
you
like
see,
for
a bullet will go
example,
through you, and you won't get to feel that shit stopping.
right?
But when that shit
But the
stops
see,
in you and hits you with as fast as it's going, you stop it with that hollow point.
that's when you see the movie shit where, like, you shoot somebody and their arms are flailing and shit. If you shoot somebody with a couple hollow points, they'll do that movie shit for real. But the
Yeah,
reason why they're good for people is the exact reason why they're bad for wildlife. Because when you shoot at a thick-skinned animal, that's gonna open up,
yeah.
and
It's gonna open up
it's not gonna
before it
penetrate.
penetrates.
It's not
Exactly.
gonna penetrate. It's not gonna break bones. It's not
Yeah,
gonna hit vital organs. So what you need for wildlife
for
really is
hunting.
regular brass.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
could use they make what's called
I see
hard
what you're
cast.
saying. I see the point
They
you was
make what's
making.
called hard cast bullets,
Yeah,
and they stay together a lot more. And the
yeah.
more the bullet stays together, the farther it will go through the target.
But criminals
So
always like hollow points because, of course, they're more deadly, but also it leaves less evidence behind because it's a more deformed bullet. The bullet deformed more.
that's
You know what I
true,
mean?
but at the same time, the most important thing is to pick up your shells too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's
So
why
if you shot
revolvers.
hollow tips out of revolver, fucking clutch.
Yeah,
All right.
that's why revolvers are the most important gun for hitmen
Yeah,
because
for
it
sure.
doesn't drop shells. I mean, I've even seen people they'll attach a bag to the gun so that it catches the shells as they're
But I
shooting.
want that gun. That gun, I'm gonna own that gun. Like I'm sure the first gun I'm gonna get is gonna be a compact pistol that I'm gonna own as my only
I
gun for like the
felt the
first year
same
or
way,
two.
bro. But
The reason why is
I
because that's going to be my everyday carry gun. And I heard gun enthusiasts say, listen, the gun that you carry every day, that's going to be the gun that's most likely to save your life. Make sure you love it, know every inch of it, know how to
yep,
shoot it, are very
yep,
accurate with it, and make sure you know that gun like you know your cell phone. Just easy, just
right,
know exactly how to get to it because that's the gun
right.
that's going to save your life.
I'm not
That's
gonna lie, bro. My cell phone has moved. It no longer resides in my primary hand pocket. I'll tell you that
yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's the gun. So he was like, because what he said was that what happens is you get this gun and this compact and it's the gun, but what happens is it's not the funnest gun to shoot. So you buy this
Yeah,
gun and then you also own another full size pistol and another AR. And then when you go to the gun range, you shoot this gun a little bit, but you shoot the other guns way more because they're more fun. But this
right,
is the gun that you carry on you all the time.
right.
You know what I mean? So,
I'm not gonna
um,
go off spitting about what gun I have,
yeah.
but it
So
is quite literally one of the most efficient self-defense firearms you can purchase today.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm going for a
you get
small. I
hit
want
with
a
a
nine
bullet like
millimeter.
that.
I want a 9 millimeter, but I want it small. I want a small nine
Honestly,
millimeter built by a reliable manufacturer, which is why it's probably either going to be a Kimber or I'm going Glock. I'm either going Kimber or Glock.
if you go Glock, just go 10 millimeter. Get a Glock 20. Go 10 millimeter. I'm pretty sure it's a Glock 20. Go 10 millimeter because they're it's literally the most diverse gun on the planet. A lot of people hate on Glocks, but not many brands produce
But
10 millimeter in a handgun. Now, let me just say one thing: the 10 millimeter Glock 20 can put down a bear and a human with the same round. That to me is worth every bit of what they charge for it. I
yeah,
think it's
but
almost
to
a
me,
thousand
to me,
dollars.
it's I don't to me, I don't care about the price.
They're
For
small. They're
me,
small.
for
Glocks are
me,
really small.
when it like this places you could save money. This places the budget. You know what I mean? And when it's something that you're trying to buy to save your life,
I
you know what I
agree.
mean? This isn't the place where I want to budget at. You know what I mean?
I
I want to
agree.
get the most reliable. Like
But at the
I
same
need it.
time, like I'm gonna just tell you this right now, as somebody in the position that you're in, it's better to buy a gun that you can afford sooner than
Yeah.
saving up 2 or 3 years to buy the gun that you want
I wouldn't
later.
have to save two or
Because,
3 years, even if the gun's $1,000. I mean, I just bought a
well,
$1,300 MacBook. I have to
it's
save
not
two, three
really the
years for a
most
$1,500
it's
Mac.
just not really the most it is important to most people, but as somebody that hasn't owned one yet, you're not going to put it on top of your list. I'd just say look at something like a Taurus. They're $200. It's a very reliable manufacturer. It shoots 9 millimeter, and it's easy to find the ammo, easy to fix it, easy to take it apart. It's not a complicated gun. Look into it. It's
That's another
literally
thing
called
too.
the
I
Taurus,
like
like
that
the Ford Taurus.
the Glocks are
They're
supposed to be easy to take apart.
$199.
I gotta know how to take them apart. I gotta know, like I said. But well, hey, when you get here, we'll think about it. Maybe I'll apply for the because I heard I could apply for the CPW before. Like I don't have to
CCW,
CCW. I don't have to
concealed
own.
carry.
Yeah, I don't have to own a gun to do that. You know what I mean? I could do that without owning a gun.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So
anyway, I'm really glad that we got this far into the conversation. My watch this week was shooting guns with my friend that had never
yeah,
shot
it's
guns
really great.
before, and I was
Listen,
very
guys, here's another
excited to
thing.
see the way that it changed his view on owning a
You know
firearm
something too? When I
and
shot
other people
guns,
that own firearms.
I realized that I shot the gun sideways even though I'm not supposed to. But the whole point was like, here's when I knew I had to own a gun. One,
I've shot almost 500 rounds out of my handgun, and I've never shot it sideways. I
yeah,
have shot it one-handed, and I've
I'm
dropped the
I'm
bullet
a
in
hood
it with my
nigga.
teeth.
There's no way I wasn't gonna let off the sideways shot. There's no way I was gonna get shooting guns and not shoot sideways. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I had to
Right.
shoot sideways. That's just listen. I'm only listen. I am who I am. All right. I had to shoot side. I'm gonna shoot sideways. I got had to try it. Bang bang. Niggas got so mad. Like, I went into it wasn't looking to because I was with a bunch of white people. Of course, they're like, "Hey, come on, don't." As soon as I turned the sideways, they was like, hey, come on. Because they know, give me a break. God damn, I'm gonna shoot the gun side. Not in a real scenario, of course, but like in the range, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I saw how easy it
I
was to
just took a
shoot,
dip. Sorry.
when I saw how easy it was to shoot, how accessible they are in Michigan. Like in a weekend, if I wanted to, I could get a gun in the weekend. Like it'd be nothing. Go and get a whole CCW, get a class, everything. I'm no felon. I got nothing in my bag. I got nothing. I could get it done in the weekend if I was really wanted to. You know what I mean? So it's really accessible. They're easy to shoot. They're not that expensive. You know what I mean? Depending on which one you want to get. You know what I mean? And they're prevalent. Like I worked at Walmart and I see people carry. If you look for the little bump, if you know what to look for, I've seen mothers, pregnant ladies, white people, black people, Indians. Like people have guns out here in Michigan. You know, it's Michigan, like I told you, it's Michigan.
That's
All right.
crazy.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
now I'll say one thing. I've only ever seen one white lady open carrying, and every other
They won't
person
open
other than
carry,
that,
but you'll see it on their hip. If you look the little shirt wrinkle, the little you'll
every
see it.
other person other than that has been a white man, grown white man.
Now
Always,
I've seen it.
always.
The two first times I've seen it in Michigan was a black guy. I was just standing in CVS, minding my
Actually, no,
business.
you're right. I did see one black guy when I was in Louisiana. He had a pistol on his hip.
Yeah, it was. I was standing right behind this black dude, kind of close to him too, and I didn't even realize this old black. I didn't. And I just looked down. And I was like, "That a revolver? Is that a revolver?" And then I looked at what he was wearing. I was like, "He's not like an officer. No, he just looks like a regular guy." And then like a week after that, I was at a gas station and I seen this young black dude look like he might be like 32, fucking hop out of car, take the gun, just put it in his back waist, and just walk in there like
Um,
this shit was all good and everything. And I was just like.
Yo,
I'm
I
I'm gonna go
remember
to
when you
another gas
first moved
station.
to Michigan. We were playing fucking Star Wars all the time back then. And I remember we had a whole like hours long conversation about you seeing your first few guns, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? Everybody's just hanging out, and all of a sudden this guy's got a gun. Now that guy's got a gun. Everybody fucking knows this guy has got a gun. He's trouble. That's trouble. Anybody's got a gun is trouble. Why guy got a gun? It was just, oh my god, that shit was
Oh my
hilarious.
god, bro.
Nah, I remember the culture shock for you when you
Yeah,
first seen that.
yeah,
And honestly,
nah.
it was for me too. Like seeing people carry guns is kind of scary. But you know what? When you have a gun and you see somebody else carrying a gun, it's like you guys owning the same car, like both smoking cigarettes at the same time. You're like, hey, what's up, brother? Like
Oh my
it's just
god,
like,
yeah.
hey, at least there's another guy around here that's got a gun.
Oh
Like
my god. If it goes
I don't
down, we
know.
got him. You know what I mean?
Right. I can't really express it to you because you know what it is like. As much as you might want to say it because of all these others, school shooters and people making guns look bad, You
Yeah,
very rarely see somebody carrying a gun, at least the places that I've been so far, that looks like questionable. Like
yeah.
every time I've seen somebody carrying a gun, it looks like somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing, you know? And I'm like, I'm glad that guy's
I'll
got a
tell you the
gun
times that
because
I'm least happy to see somebody with a gun. And it's happened to
in a
me
bad
like
neighborhood.
every time. Like, nah, like when I'm on mushrooms in the woods, in the forest, like in some sort of nature scenario, and I've been walking around, it's just me in the woods, and
And
then
here
these
comes some hunter
and here
fucking
comes somebody, not a hunter. One time I felt like I was very glad I was with my homie Brand because
Oh my god.
there was like a white couple and they were both wearing glasses, like sunglasses. You couldn't see their eyes. And they were one of them was wearing like a dare shirt and the other one was wearing like a another like I don't know, they were giving me slightly weird energy, but they were like being
Uh-huh.
friendly, you know what I mean? But at the
Right.
same time, it was like I could see that they were both packing heat, I could see
Oh
it.
man.
You know what I mean? Like it was like, and they were concealed carrying, but like really poorly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's ugly
Nah, I'm
as
not gonna
shit.
lie, bro. When I conceal carry, I go all the way, or I'm doing open carry. Like I don't. There's no conceal carry where I'm like half-assing it.
And
Like
that's
you
the
won't
reason why
tell if I have a gun on me.
and that's the reason why when I say when I get my shit, I want it to be small and I have to get very good at shooting it because
Yeah.
I want it to be small. I'm a friendly guy. You know what I mean? I'm a
Yep.
nice guy. I don't want you to be like afraid or think I'm a criminal or give any type of energy. I just want to
Right.
have it on me to have it on me. You know what I mean? But I don't want it
Right.
to be a part of my interaction with you at all because I'm not trying to
Yes.
give that energy off at all. I'm not that type of guy. You know what I mean?
It
But
depends on where you are, bro. Because when you're way out in the middle of nowhere, like you were in the woods, to that guy, I bet you he's been carrying in those woods or woods around there for like almost his whole adult life.
But to me,
You
I'm
know.
like, there's no witnesses, no civilizations. There's people with guns, and it's me. If it
But
was me
that's
alone, a
because
black
of
guy
the New
with two
York in you.
white guys, and with two, I mean,
That's
so sorry,
because
with a
of the
two
New
white
York
couple,
in you. You
and they
know.
got guns, and I don't, and I'm in the woods somewhere, minding my business, high as fuck, tripping. Like I was like, I'm glad I got at least one guy with me because if I would feel a lot worse if I was alone out here, just. But I was just trying to just
Right.
have a good day, just being an innocent guy. But you never know. There's
Right.
guys out here with guns, and who knows? They might not be having a good
Well,
day.
I
I
can't tell
don't
you
know.
that I'm mad at them because when I go out into the wild, I make sure that I'm carrying my gun
I
with
mean, I
me
had a
all the
knife on
time.
me, but that's mostly for like, like a little. I don't know. I'm a stabbing animal, I guess. This is just
Right.
because of that one. Really, what I keep on me is gloves. I keep a pair of gloves, like rugged gloves that I get from
In
work.
case you got to wrestle the animal.
Nah, because it was the only thing I had on me. Like when I was in the woods one time with Brandon, right? We saw this buck. It was just a male deer, but it was a big motherfucker, bro. A male
Yeah,
deer with
bro.
the antlers, like this, its back, like the top of its back was like at my head level or maybe
Yeah,
above.
bro. That
You know
thing
what I
is
mean?
big
So
as hell.
this is a big buck, right? So it had his whole family with it too. Like it's like there was like
Oh,
there
nah.
was
Now
like
you're in danger.
there was like fucking five little deer, two little other deer, like a
Yeah,
couple
I'm not
other
gonna
male.
lie, bro. If you don't got a gun, deers are dangerous.
Yeah, it had its and the biggest one, the buck was looking dead at me, locked eyes with me, and was moving like back and forth, like about 30 feet. No, not 30 feet. That's a lie. I'm gonna say I know yards because I'm a football player. So I'm gonna say about 30 yards away, there's a big ass buck doing like going like back and forth, like just looking at me, locking eyes with me, and there's nothing in the path in between us. In the Pacific, there's no tree, no bush, there's nothing. I knew that if this buck charged at me, and I could feel it in my, there's something when the animal lines up with you. And so you know what I mean, and locks eyes with you, and it's a buck that be charging. It's that type of animal. So I started looking around. I was like, what I got on me? I had gloves on me from work, these rugged gloves. So I took these gloves and I started looking for a stick. You know what I mean? And I grabbed it. And I got a good hefty. I found a good hefty stick, and I was like, all right, this stick is strong. You know what I mean? And because I had the gloves, I'm not worried about getting a splinter. Like I could grab this stick as rough as I want. These are real good gloves. You know what I mean? So I just remember having all I had was that sturdy ass stick, very good big stick, and looking at this deer. but I still didn't put the stick up like that. I had this the stick like this. You know what I mean? Because I was just looking at it like, hey man, I'm gonna stand my ground, or I don't want no beef. All right.
Right.
But it was just great. And I honestly, I love the experience. You know what I mean? And it's just like dealing with animals is like, man, this is a big buck, bro. This is a if this animal
But
char-
that's
all I
why I
was
like
thinking
having the
was
gun
if
though,
this
you know,
animal
because you could
charges at me,
just
it's gonna be a bad day. It's gonna be a bad
yo,
day.
but I'm telling you, bro, just think about how much easier that whole experience would be if you just had a gun. You wouldn't even
Not
think about
necessarily, because I would have
you
to
wouldn't
shoot.
even think of no, you wouldn't even think about shooting it, bro. You wouldn't even think about shooting it because I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of videos online. You might say, oh, crazy white people, but people respect nature. All right. There's videos of bears walking right up to people that have a gun to its head. And they're like, go away, bear. Go away, bear. And they don't shoot. And
Yeah,
eventually the bear will go away, you know?
yeah,
But you know what? You feel so much more comfortable and in control knowing the
yeah,
fact that you could at any point end
yeah,
that scenario, you
yeah.
know? So, like, it's much more comfortable to walk around in the woods having a gun on you. That's why I'm telling you, I'm not mad
I'll
at
tell
that
you
guy.
one thing.
You know?
At that moment, I was thankful for every push-up I ever did that week.
Yeah,
I was thinking about, thank God I just, yeah, all right, motherfucker, let's go. I was,
yeah.
I was
You were
thankful for
thinking
every,
this is what I've prepared my whole
yeah,
life
this is
for.
why you
Like,
got, yeah, this is it right here.
I
Um,
God, this is what it is. Huh? Like, you
for
know?
real, this is the test. This is what it's gonna take. Word, you sent this buck for me. Word, a fucking big
Yeah.
ass buck that's like definitely like weighs like if not as much more than me. Is big as fuck, and his antlers was so big. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
My
yo.
hands are
Those
not
grown
exaggerating, bro. My
bucks.
hands are not exaggerating, bro.
Yo,
His antlers was
I've
like from
seen
his head,
pictures of
from
people
his
with
head.
they you know how when they kill the buck, you know, they sit
Yeah,
down with it. You've seen them, the antlers are basically the size of their torso with their arms
yeah,
strung out, you know, like
yeah. Like this, like is a big, and it was it was the buck, and you know
Big Daddy.
I just could feel all I felt all the hair standing up. You know, there's no you feel so alive. You know, when you lock animals with an animal that could probably kill you, you just feels different. You know, it just feels
Yeah,
different.
bro.
It just hits different. You
When
know?
nature looks straight down the barrel of death.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, damn, damn, it's crazy. But yeah, all right, Adam. Listen, watch this. Listen. This is just to bring up the brand of Adam 22. This is just to spark the conversation. But let's hear
I'm
him
gonna
talking.
mute. You let me know when you want my opinion.
All right.
Doing this today. Hey, Jason Love, I trusted you to pork my wife. And it seems like that clout is getting to your head. You're talking real spicy, and I ain't really feeling it. Number one, the angle of the dangle is more important than the cubic of the pubic. That's number one. Number two, my D game, when I'm serving it, man, it's just like your mom's home cooking because there's a special ingredient. It's called love. You ever heard of it? Number three,
Oh my
don't
God.
make me expose you. And you know what I'm talking about. It could get real messy out here. Number four, you don't want problems moving around in these LA streets because I can make that happen. I'm very well connected. And number five, you are officially blacklisted from smashing my wife again.
Oh my God. This is ridiculous. This is not a
Yeah.
good look. I don't know
Hey, that
why he
comment
thought.
right there, they're saying quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie. That one comment, don't scroll nowhere, right there. You gotta say nothing. I don't even want to say nothing because that's it. Live Mondays.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, bro, because honestly, seems like a clout chase to me, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you went as far as letting him fuck your wife, I'm pretty sure you would have been like decently cool with the guy beforehand, you know? And for him to be coming out of nowhere with all these wild fucking, I'm gonna expose you. You don't want no beef in these LA streets. Like he's clearly seems like he's fucking around here. And
Well,
I feel like he's saying it in a certain way. So when he's got to explain it to his homies, he can be like, yo, come on now. Look at my tone of voice. Obviously, I'm joking, you know? Like that to me, it seems like what's going on here, because there's like at best 1% seriousness in what he's saying.
For
Like
real. For
there's
real.
just, you are officially blacklisted from smashing my wife. Like who's shut
Like
the
what the fuck?
Nah, you're creating some new terminology out here, because ain't nobody ever on the planet has ever said those words.
And
Like,
that's yeah, like what the fuck? You know what I mean? The thing is, I look, I cannot and I will not even try for 1 second to defend Adam's decision to let somebody bang his newlywed wife on camera for any reason. That's just not that's not like no, bad. Don't do that. But the thing is, that has nothing to do to me with his page. Now, the ad and the no jumper page is a wonderful resource to me as far as getting news stories on the culture and sometimes real news stories as well. You know what I mean?
okay, well, I don't even think you know anything about No Jumper, which is the problem. All right. No Jumper isn't even their original name. It used to be called On Some Shit. And it was a BMX brand that Adam 22 came up with a couple of his friends from LA. And he wasn't very good at BMX, so he did videography, and he got deep into the BMX culture. He was hanging out with some of the biggest BMX names in that culture. And On Some Shit became a store on Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles. Um, that store is where the podcast started and where No Jumper started. And that's where, like, you know, XXX Tentacion came in on his podcast, and Lil Peep, and all the people that made his name big because he was able to get those people onto his podcast.
yeah,
And he was deep into the LA culture, and he did make quite a name for himself. He was always really controversial and really stupid and silly in the things that he would say and post and stuff like that. But he was also always known to like be joking. You know, he's
yeah,
never really been a serious character, which is why I feel like anybody that's known Adam 22 for a long time knows that he's fucking around here. And
yeah,
the whole thing with his wife, you know, the way that I felt about it, I don't really have like any honest opinion on it because I'm all over the place with it. I just feel like, you know, he fucked so many girls while they were together, and
yeah.
so many threesomes with each other and stuff like that. And he let her fuck one guy. I mean, obviously that's a no-no in the guy community. But there's some girls out there that are praising him for allowing her to do that or whatever for
Fuck the
porn,
women
not for.
praises.
Hey,
Like,
listen. I'm talking. Anyway, my whole point is that he ruined his name by doing this under
yes,
any circumstance, right? There's no way to defend him in that sense. He died on this hill, you know. So
yeah,
along with him dying on this hill comes No Jumper, because No Jumper is his brand. There's nobody else that stands behind No Jumper. I mean, there are people that
no, I mean,
he
there's people that work it.
pays.
He's not doing.
There are people
Yeah,
that he pays that are hired under him that represent No Jumper, but he is No Jumper.
mm-hmm.
So the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of the topics we have today are from the No Jumper page, which is where you were going in the beginning. You were talking about that it's a great, credible news source.
Not,
But No
not
Jumper,
credible. I don't mean credible in that way, but
okay,
just like,
well, it's got
just,
the hot news and it's got more information on it
and
than
it's
most
well
other
presented
pages.
and laid out to a degree
Right.
as well
So,
compared to other
so,
outlets that are
but
competitive.
here's the thing, right? No Jumper is strictly run to like just stir shit up to fucking get traction off of hot news. Like, look at all the likes he's got on this post, you know? I bet you if Adam 22 posted a picture of himself to this page, it'd get less than 10,000 likes in 2 weeks, you know? But the fact that he's doing hot takes on fucking everything, it's that's where he's getting the clout from. And even though people don't like him right now, his page is laid out and he's doing the right shit to keep people coming back, So you can't say,
I'm
like,
not mad at him at all. So I'm looking at this trying to pick up game. You see, my name is CharlieGtv, right? But who says I have to be the only thing on TV? You know what I mean? It's CharlieGtv. You know what I mean? The name does suggest that there should be other channels and other things on the TV. It's a TV. You know what I'm saying?
well, all I'm saying is that Adam 22 is King Cuck right now, and all he's doing is spitting out Cuck content on every one of his pages, and we're representing it
Listen,
right now.
it's
Which
not
means that
cuck content.
I mean, bro, it's
Like
under
Jamie
no
Foxx,
jumper.
Jamie Foxx
Under
coming
no
back
jumper,
is not cuck
instantly
content.
X. No, I mean, none of this is genuinely, in quotes, cuck content, but it's under the no jumper name. And to me, that's just we can't be giving that to Adam. There's news to be had elsewhere, other places. Like
Yeah.
this nigga out here, we don't need to be giving him nothing at this point. He's letting his wife fuck other men for money. So we're gonna give him more money by looking at all his shit over here and promoting it to everybody else. Like, fuck that. I don't know. It is your podcast, so you can do whatever you want, but
To me,
would
like,
rather get news elsewhere. I'll fucking start putting some time in to find the topics myself and send them to you from other channels.
yeah. But the thing is, the thing is that
But look at the
since
fucking highlight
since I
on the
got
bottom
this on
left of every one. No jumper, no jumper, no jumper, no jumper, no jumper,
Yeah.
no jumper. I mean, he's getting his clout off of it, and that's what he wants, and that's exactly why he did the thing with his wife. He don't need money. He wanted more fame. He wanted his name in the news, and he's fucking rolling in it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, at whatever expense it had to be. You know what I mean?
He's,
but like, look,
he's probably loving and hating
but look at
himself
this.
just as much.
Here's one that I wanted to bring up, right? Now, this topic here is from DJ Academics page, right? And this topic here is from No Jumpers page. So this is two competitors putting out something on the same topic, and this is how they both chose to present it. Now, if I go to Adams, I get a nice picture of Jamie Foxx. You know what I'm saying? And then the headline, and then I get the videos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just get straight videos. You know what I mean? So as a person dealing with a podcast, right, it's harder to do that one because I almost can't click it until I'm ready to play it because it's gonna play automatically when I click it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I also don't get the headline to read. You know what I mean? I'd have to look for the cat like just as a producer, as the person that has to put this shit together, which brand is giving me a better for my podcast using shit like the Adam 22 one is just better.
Well, all right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just gonna tell you right
if
now.
I could find one that was
very easily, I could go tell DJ Academics before even looking at No Jumper's shit that's what he should be doing, because you could look at my Rainy Days Reels page. I've figured it out on my own. I started by just posting videos of rain with no music or anything, and the quotes were in the description like it is there on the Academics page, and then I was like, maybe I should put the quotes on the screen, and boom, I did that. All of a sudden my page started blowing up, and it's just more easily accessible if you just put it right in front of the people, and as opposed to them having to click on it and scroll around, look around. You want to make it, as it sounds so bad, but as lazy American as you can make it for people.
Exactly.
You don't want their eyes to have to go all over the place and figure out the fuck's going on and read things over here, listen to things and watch them over there.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, for the way that they, so if I could find an alternative that lays it out, that because I need the media, and I need the headline, I need the picture, right? And I also need a little bit of media attached to it. If you could give me multiple pictures or possibly an interview or a thing, which you will get, and then attached to media, which it did there in that example. And the other example I have is this one here too, comparing Adam 22 shit to XXL, a well-established, been running for 30 years. Y'all should be in the back. But when y'all presented in the trial, this is all y'all give me, a real creepy, weird picture and the headline. You know what I mean? All right. All right. Then I got the same pic. I got the same exact topic here. You know what I mean? Got the headline. You know what I mean? It's still a bit of a creeper, but it's a better picture probably. You know what I mean? And also I get an interview with the goddamn with the manager reacting to the trial. You know what I mean? So why
Right.
am I getting all of that from Adam 22?
Well, I'm going to tell
XXL
you
that's
the
supposed to give me.
difference between Adam 22 and XXL on that one. XXL is much more of an established news brand, and they're probably more along the lines of trying not to get copywritten or sued. And Adam 22 doesn't give a fuck, you know. So
I'm just
I'm
saying.
just saying
Which
that's
one's
just the
giving
difference
me better
between
content for
that's
my
just the difference between personally owned businesses and professionally owned businesses, you know.
I'm just saying which one's giving me higher quality as digital assets to use for topics for that's all I'm looking at. So I do the same thing sometimes with news shits. Sometimes
But you got
CNN
to think
the
about it,
same
right?
story as
XXL,
TMZ.
XXL, yes, they do have like a large coverage and they have magazines and stuff like that and connections, but they really only have the news scene, you know? And Adam 22 has multiple sources of revenue. He's his own, you know, he doesn't need anything
I'm gonna
else. You
say
know
they
what I'm
have more.
saying?
What Adams 22 got more resources to put together a better
He
post
has
than
more
XXL.
he has more at his disposal, because like if you look at it, right, like Vice was one of the best YouTube channels to ever come out of anything on the internet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They did documentaries that were so thorough and so well put out and edited, and it's just high quality content. And they went bankrupt, you know? And I'm not sure if they got sued or whatever. They just ran out of money. But all I
Yeah.
do know is that XXL is probably trying to not let that happen to them. And
I'm just
putting
saying I don't want
themselves
to.
at risk of being sued is probably, you know, they
I,
don't want to deal with that.
it's fair use when you're using it, but I just want to say I don't want to lower the quality of the digital assets and the content that I have to present to the people just because
That's
he
very
let someone
understandable.
fuck their wife. I understand
Yeah.
that that's not good, but that's not a good enough reason for me to make my job even harder to go find difference. Because honestly, the two that I checked, they're just not as good. It's just not as good. I have to work harder now to instead of like I just don't wanna. I just don't. maybe I need to make my own fucking
Well,
page and
see,
just
that's a
fucking.
good example. I mean, you could go right back to the Kanye shit, you know? I mean, everybody was hating him at one point, but guess what? Graduation was a great album. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like,
really was. It really was. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and that can be said about like, you know, actors and, you know, even some politicians. Like
But yeah,
Trump did a
so
lot of fucking stupid shit on Twitter, but there were some great things he did in office, you know?
so I found a way, in my opinion, to justify using them just purely as how I'm using them. And still giving my opinion on Adam 22. I still said how I'm not like capitulating my views on what he did to like I'm not I don't need his permission to use his fucking Instagram. And
Right,
I'm not necessarily a big platform giving him lots of views by using it. You know what I mean? It's just helping me
right.
create better
Yeah.
content. You know what I mean? So um I don't see the big harm for real. But if I was a big show, maybe then it'd be a little bad and I'd have to really but then I'd have more money to pay someone to go do the shit, goddamn it. And I wouldn't have to
Right.
go do the shit myself. I'd just go give the guy, hey, you got to do better with it, with how you putting together the because right now it's all me. So I listen, I listen, I work too much already. I do what I can. You give me a break, yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, what you call it? But yeah, speaking of people that are doing things that could hurt their brand, you know what I mean? That's why right after this topic, I had Takashi 69 and Kodak Black doing a song together. You know what I mean? Now Takashi has been blackballed from majority of hip hop, with no one doing records for him after he came out with his snitching whatever thing. We all know what happened there.
Disappointment over Kodak Black's to collaborate. Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro.
That nigga Yak fucked me up. I wonder how all them Zoes feel, dog. I know them Zoes fucked up right now. I know the state of Florida fucked up right now. This nigga ain't got no morals, don't gain no principles. Damn. Thought that little nigga was like that, bro. The nigga ain't no street nigga at all.
Damn, that's how you got niggas feeling about you after you did a track with this guy here. You know what I mean? So
I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely no reason for Kodak to be working with 6ix9ine.
there is his last album didn't do that well. His pit probably flopped more than he wanted. Didn't get the album together. He probably need a little cash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How about pick anybody else?
And every time I hear, I bet 6ix9ine was offering a bag. I bet 6ix9ine was offering a big bag. You know what I mean? Big bag. You know what I mean? Let's see what this nigga said. You gonna tell on someone next? You know what I mean? Oh my God! Ain't no money in the world. You violate the street code. You might as well be a civilian because I no longer would look at you the same. You rap niggas be capping for the world. Kodak Black, you gonna tell on some next. That's all that mean. Oh my God. Here's my thing. Like, what's gangster for real? You know what I mean? What's gangster for real? You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of niggas that are really just mentally unstable, you know what I mean, or have low control over their emotions, or just have a bad temper. Being called gang, what's so gangster about having not self-control? You know what I mean? Like, why is that? Like, it's like, does that make you tough? Like, what's the tougher? Isn't it tougher to stay in control when you want to be mad? Isn't that the tougher thing? How is making emotional decisions? You know who makes emotional decisions? Women. You know what I mean? So anger, doing things out of anger is just emotional decision. Just because the emotions you chose are anger and violence, and that seems masculine, you're still making emotional decisions and becoming illogical, which is making you anyhow you're making emotional decisions, you acting like a bitch to some degree. You know what
You
I'm
ever
saying?
hear of like a industry plant?
Huh?
You ever hear of like an industry plant?
Yeah.
This whole thing right here, Kodak Black's engineer leaks unreleased bar. I feel like that shit is just staged to try and make Kodak Black look a little bit more okay.
Yeah, nah, because his bars in here was type lit. Nah, because I ain't gonna lie, if he go do a verse with him, then he gonna be like kind of like dissing him a little on a verse. Like that's kind of lit. That's kind of lit. Let me hit.
From them bricks, I don't give a fuck. I make $1 million plays with this shit. Hey, shit, ain't like we about to hit a lick. We going in on a verse. We ain't going in on a brick. Hey, from them.
He said, make $1 million plays with this shit. We ain't about to hit a lick. We going in on a verse. We ain't going in on a brick. You know what I mean? What's your rebuttal to that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, honestly, it's like the same thing. How would you feel?
He's trying to say his business. He's trying to say his business.
I understand that, but like, how would you feel if you were in the position you're in now and you got offered like $1 million deal with somebody that was really controversial? It's different him being already rich and famous, but how would you feel if you were in the position you're in now?
If I'm in the position I am now, and then 6ix9ine was like, "Yo, I'll give you $1 million to make a track with me," you know what I mean? That's or to sign to 6ix9ine label or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
No signing to a label. Same exact scenario. Making a track, making $1 million, whatever. Saying the same shit Kodak did.
I think most people will call me stupid for not doing that.
I agree. So what's different in Kodak's situation? What if Kodak's running out of money right now? What if he's down bad?
That's what I think it is, honestly. I think Kodak Black is down bad. He must be to do this. That's my opinion.
Do we hate
I just
on
said
him
his last
for
album
saving
probably
his
didn't.
career?
Huh?
Do we hate on him for saving his career? Or do we try and commend him for making a move that can help him continue to make music?
All right. I suppose.
I'm stuck in the middle. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel the same way in the same sense like Boosie and some other people out there.
But to me, it's poor management of the money you're already making. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
definitely. Well, look at Kodak. Come on, you hear him on the track. He's fucking stupid. Let's be real.
Nah, he's not all the way. At least
Yes, he is,
sometimes.
bro. Like,
Nah. You gotta listen to Dying to Live. Listen to that album, Dying to Live. You gotta listen to
yo,
that.
I'm not saying he doesn't have good lyrics. I'm just saying he's got a bad
No,
lifestyle.
no, but he for whatever reason, it's like I don't know. I thought he was
Bro,
smart.
anybody that would put that kind of ink on their face and wear that kind of hairstyle like it's normal, hey, he's out of it, bro. You seen the shit that he's gotten into? Yo, he crossed over the Canadian border, got lucky enough to not get searched with pounds of weed and AKs in his car, and then he thought it was smart enough to just drive on back in the car. Bro, you got millions of dollars. Just pay somebody to come pick you up. Fly a private jet back over the border. Do absolutely anything other than trying to play your luck again and driving back over across the fucking border with all this shit in the car. And he got caught. That's why he went back to jail. And that's what
Oh
Trump
my
pardoned him
God.
for. He's fucking stupid, bro. Stupid. So don't try to defend Kodak Black's intellect. It's not there. So I think that somebody came to Kodak and said, "Yo, bro, you need to make some shit happen," you know? And they might have even recommended 6ix9ine to him because 6ix9ine's probably desperate for a track and Kodak Black's a hood nigga. So maybe 6ix9ine's
Oh
just
my
trying to look for
God.
some hood nigga to get a little credit to rap with, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that.
Listen, man.
Who knows what's going on in the background? All we do know is that 6ix9ine is desperate for somebody to work with, right?
I
And
think
Kodak
that
Black is probably desperate for some money. So that's why this shit happened.
I think that Kodak Black is smart, but I think that he's surrounded by people that maybe don't love him enough and maybe don't have the best interests, and he's supporting a lot of people, and maybe for that has put him in enough financial strain to have to make these decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
don't think he's
agree.
just easily duped into it. You know what I mean? I don't think you get this far without having some amount of intelligence. You know what I mean? But it's just,
I think what happened here, I can't say for sure.
but at the
I gotta
same
go back.
time,
I gotta
at the
go back
same
and
time,
watch a
he's trouble.
video
He's
about
trouble.
Kodak's upcoming and stuff like that before I make a real opinion. But I have a feeling that the right people just came across Kodak and offered him a great deal, and he spit out a couple hot tracks. He went big, like Bobby Shmurda. He
Kodak
had his
Black is nice.
summers.
There's a reason why he's been out. He's been out for this long, and
But
has
he's got a lot of garbage. Don't
you know
trip
what I
on it.
mean?
He's
But
got
he
a lot of
does. He
garbage
does.
music.
He also does.
So don't trip on that. But like I feel like,
Listen to this, bro.
he's saving his career right
On the
now.
verse, we ain't going in on a brick. And you talking what you do and some shit. And ain't no telling that was you, what you niggas would've did. I gotta eat and mix and business with the street. Cause my little girlfriend to be one and the free me inside sweet. I'm so raw, I got a bad bitch with me on me. I'm so raw, I got a rat giving me cheese.
Oh God. He said, I'm so raw, I got a rat giving me cheese. I don't know.
I mean, like, why didn't they just let him keep that bar though?
Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, the verse sound like he did his thing on that verse. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I mean,
anyway.
Kodak got it. I'm just telling you, he ain't that smart, and I think this is a decision
He's not.
making
He's
to
not.
save
And I
his
think the
career.
drugs don't help. I think he does too many drugs, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, the drugs don't help. You got bullshit people around him, and it's not helping him bring out his best version of himself. You know what I
Right.
mean? And he's not smart enough to
But you know what
self-correct enough
though? You know
to bring
what
out the
though?
best version of
If he
himself
didn't
himself.
live the lifestyle that he lives, I bet you he wouldn't be producing as good of music as he does.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a
So
lot of
there's
reasons
something to
why I
be
do
said
some of the
about
things
that.
that I do, because I have experiences to draw from. You know what I mean? Like me being out in the club, on me dealing with bitches and all of that. You know what I mean? It helps to help. You know what I mean? Give you different colors to paint with as an artist with a palette. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no life experiences, you ain't do shit. If you've been in the house all day, you know what I'm saying? You ain't talking to nobody. You ain't experiencing nothing.
Right.
What you gonna have to rap about, buddy? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do you really, art reflects life, and if you don't got a life, my guy, you know what I mean. But listen, but listen to this.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the motherfucking roses. I'm crying. person. Ride me like a cowgirl. Ride me like a cowgirl. Ride me like a cowgirl. Thanks for the roses. Smell good. Ooh, smell good. Smell good. Smell good. Thanks for the roses. Smell good. Hey, yo, chat, if y'all see me doing this stuff late night, just mind your business, bro. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Yeah, but I've seen bitches doing this. I don't know why he doing it. I've seen bitches doing this, but he made,
You know, look,
said he
man, it
made
is what it
6,000
is.
in 1 hour. You know what I mean? While trying to TikTok.
But look,
NPC
man,
shit.
my opinion on this motherfucker, I'm fucking tired of him. All right, he's annoying as fuck. This is what I think. All right, this is what I think is going on here. All
Hater.
right, you tell me what you think. All right, and yes, I am a fucking hater. To this guy at least. But anyway, this is what I think goes on here. I think that he's a decent looking guy, right? He's got a lot of energy and charisma for the females, right? And I think that females like his shit, right? And you know how things work. When females like things, they think it's funny. They send it to their man. Their man goes, ha 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 ha, he, because he wants to get in them pussy, you know what I'm saying? And he'll go like the shit too, you know? Ain't no guys out here actually watching this guy's fucking shit, laughing at his shit, dropping him money. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this guy doing for you?
It said
You know what I'm
Ben
saying?
sent a rose, all right? If you want to, I'm going to mute it.
Yo, that dude right there, he's got to be a fruitcake or some shit, because ain't no way, bro. How you watching this guy
All right, Nelly
shimmy
sent a
around
rose.
like that? Like, I don't know. It's just gay. It's just gay, bro. Pretty boy. Yo, nigga got trans shit sending him money and shit
Nelly
like that.
Judd.
Yo, I'm just letting you know, bro. All I know is that this shit is some fucking fruity fucking pebbles bullshit.
Mackenzie.
Yeah, so it's just a fucking, to me it's a female racket, and any dude that's up in
Queen
this
V.
shit is either gay
Colton.
or they're just trying to fucking please their
Barney.
female.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know how you could ever like stand with watching this guy. It's not funny to me. It's not fucking. It's just annoying. I could see how a female could be into that kind of content, but yeah, bro, if you a dude and you watch this guy, go get yourself checked out.
All I'm saying.
Sexuality or something, you're probably right.
all I'm saying is that I've been hearing about him pop up in the news for a while, and I gotta admit, I've never heard him saying anything thought provoking. I've never heard him adding anything to the culture that was gonna push it towards anything positive. I just found him to be very.
Yeah, that's another thing I said. He ain't doing no good for the world. That's what I wrote in the message I sent to you about this nigga.
I think that he's just a distraction of a real energetic, well dressed and good hair, good.
I'm gonna tell you what, bro. He's wasting time, and he's good at helping other people waste their time too.
Yeah,
and that's about all that's going on here.
But here's my problem with that. The Bible says idle hands are the devil's playthings, and distraction, being distracted and not focused on anything, like, and just pure entertainment, and the entertainment got no type of morals, nothing to learn from it, just like the junk food of the mind, like the entertainment version of eating Cheeto Puffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just good. It tastes. It's not good for you. It's just bullshit. Just straight bullshit is all he seems to offer. He offers it at a very consistent level and energetic, entertaining, I guess, if that's what you're into. You know what I mean? There's no medicine in this candy at all. You know, it's just pure sugar, just straight bullshit. You know what I mean? So I guess that's why he rises to the top. I guess because the system loves that. They're like, yes, be distracted by pure bullshit. This is what we want. You to spend loads of time not focused
Yeah,
on
I'm
anything
just
that
saying,
matters.
bro, this guy ain't got nothing good to offer the world. Not right now, at least. He needs to do something good. He needs to turn around and fucking figure out, because he's got all these people following him, man. Like, come on, make the world better. Stop being a fucking loser.
But that's the thing. He doesn't feel any responsibility, any sense of duty. If he did, he wouldn't have got where he is today, maybe. You know what I mean? So who knows? You know what I mean? Because, you know, but he's no sense of duty, no sense of honor. You know what I mean?
And the fact that he's like wasting his time following this kind of shit, like, come on, man.
That's why he on a drive the way, yo, my man, I got next. That shit was hilarious, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was hilarious. Hey, yo, my man, I got next. No, I said, had a good time with your vest. Like, what the fuck, nigga? You heard exactly that. I said, yo, my man, I got next. Oh my God. This divorce here, you know what I'm saying? A judge ruled that DJ Mustard will only pay $24,000 a month in child support to ex-wife. Only 24,000.
Per their prenup, this nigga signed a prenup for $82K a month. Yo,
Far from the age she was seeking per their prenup. You should know.
yo, I don't care anything that happens. He deserves it. Signing a prenup with $82K a month, you fucking dumbass nigga. Fuck out of here. He probably produces some really good music or something. I'm sorry, but like that is stupidity at its finest. You ain't asked nobody about their opinion on that. I'll tell you that right now.
Man.
Any financial advisor, your mother, your father, your brother, your best friend would tell you that is a terrible financial decision.
But she only got a
Terrible decision, flat
one-time
out.
payment. Listen, he's worth millions of dollars, and she only gets a one-time payment of $315K. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, she probably thinks that's all that. So, you know, good for him. But at the same time, does that seriously say $82K a month?
all right, so 100K times 10 is $1 million. So 82K is probably just
1.5 million or so a year, probably.
no, it's not. It's got to be less than that. Please be less than that. All right. What's
82K times
82,000
12.
times 12?
Oh, no.
Yes. That's what he wanted. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, all I gotta do is make $1 million a year and keep this bitch off my back. And
Yeah.
and that's probably what he's thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And give it as one-time payment. You know what I'm saying? And since he got it down to 24K a month, you know what I mean?
That is just
24K times
crazy,
12.
bro.
24,000 times 12.
Yo, I can't. That shit's kind of funny, bro. Look at African American rap.
That's
The
only
richest woman in the world-
300,000.
The richest woman in the world got all her money from a divorce. What is that?
Of
Jeff
course.
Bezos' wife?
That's like the top 5. That's like the top. That's like, out of the top 10 richest women, like fucking like 5 or 7 of them is from divorce.
Right.
You kidding me? Do you know how many self-made women billionaires that are really worth a lot of? There's not many. Because I'm sorry to say, women just don't work that hard. Oh no! What did he say? What? That's crazy. What? That's nuts. You know what someone said about intelligence? You know what I mean? Between the sexes, what they said was, women overall, like as a side of the sex, have more intelligence. Like overall, on average, like if you like, but they say,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Here's-
I cheated a lot in the end of middle school and a lot in high school, and I'm always cheating off the girls. I ain't going front.
that's
you
what.
know?
Look, here's what they said about intelligence. Right? He said, but women operate. So he said women have, on average, a lot of women occupy a lot of more of the average intelligence, right? Which is pretty smart. It's just all right. You know what I'm saying? But what happens with men is that men operate in the extreme. So there's a lot more dumb men than there are dumb women. There's a lot more really dumb men than there are really dumb women. A lot more. But
I believe that.
there's also, on the other side of the spectrum, There's a lot more genius men than there are genius women. You know what I mean? So we
I
operate
also feel like a lot of women are held back by like just mental nonsense or fucking estrogen or
emotions,
something. Yeah,
emotions.
there's just
Yeah,
something
they
that
can't
holds them
focus
back. Like,
the shit that men have invented. You know what I mean? That men's focus and like I'm saying, where's the female Stephen Hawkins? Where's the female Albert Einstein? Like we operate on the extremes of intelligence, also on both ends. There's also big, dumb, strong motherfuckers that are dumb as fuck. Just you believe how dumb they are. Just dumb
yeah, I
dudes.
met a couple of them on the
Really
job.
dumb, just dumb, not there for real. You know what I mean? But you also have dudes that are just so fucking, their brain is like crazy. It's fucking genius, some of these people. You know what I mean? And women don't often, but women take up more of that center space, that center into where it's like the average. So on average, women are smarter than average, but the extremes. It's the same reason why they don't work. It's the same thing with working, like, or building up your body, like working 100-hour weeks and shit like that. Like, which sex do you think does that more often? Which sex is more likely to be driven like that? That's testosterone. That's crazy. Like, what is you doing? You working all these weeks and you're still trying to work out. There's nothing would do that with testosterone. You know what I mean? Nothing would do that with testosterone. Not with women. It's just on average, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to work that hard. They just don't. You know what I mean? They couldn't imagine doing it. And the ones that do it, they're no fun. They're no fun to be around. That's the thing. You can't do it and not be a cunt. That's the thing. You got to work hard, go ham, and not be a son of a bitch. And the last story we have here for this first half is this one here. Shout out Jamie Foxx coming back, man. I just wanted to play.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages. I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out.
Listen, man, listen. It's rough being a star like Jamie Foxx. You know what I mean? It is, because I know how he feels, because I didn't take that many pictures when I had my neck brace.
I mean, it's like going back to that whole thing with Justin Bieber. Remember when he had that like thing going on with his face?
Yeah.
And half his face was like he couldn't move it or anything like that.
I used to hide my neck brace with a mask. There was a stretchy mask.
Yeah, I remember that. But bro, it's like the whole world knows who you are, and here you are going through struggle, and now that fame means nothing. If anything, it's a burden.
Exactly.
So it's just like the total opposite side of the spectrum with that.
Really sucks. I know it really sucks. It's no good. It's no good. And you don't want to. It just sucks ass. You know what I mean? And then the thing is this. Nigga at my work job and making jokes about Jamie Foxx. Like, damn, man, R.I.P. Jamie, man. That nigga gone, man. Nigga ain't gonna make it, man. That nigga been making jokes like the last couple weeks, man. And it's been and it's fucked up because Jamie's a real person. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, he's going through something here. He's not dead yet. Like he's still here. You know what I mean? And he's just like, damn, man. I don't know why they're keeping it under wraps. Like he's just like. And I'm just like, that's crazy. But I'm thinking to myself, like, you say you want to be famous, Carl, you working hard to do this, whatever. Like, this was gonna happen. Like, you're gonna be going through something for real, be really sick and be dead ass, about to die. And niggas gonna be somewhere in Michigan making jokes, like damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. That's what you get. That's fucked up, man. You famous with niggas cracking jokes, that's fucking really, it's sick. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked. But that I guess that's what comes with it. You know what I mean? Because some people are maybe they you know on some level happy to see you fall on some degree. You know what I mean? Like you can't stop the haters. They're gonna hate regardless, man. It's just sad to know that when you at that level that there's still people that would like
Nah, and it really only
find a
happened
way
the
to
past
hate
couple
on
of
you.
years. People kicking celebrities while they're down like that, you know.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, it's mostly because of the internet. Now people can go online and be, this person that nobody knows who you are, and you can say whatever you want and not really get backlash for it. As opposed to you being at your local bar drinking a couple beers and being like, yeah, fuck that guy. Ah, look at him. He's got a fucking neck brace. Sucks for that fucking cocksucker. And then you got somebody in the bar that's like, hey, I like his movies. Why are you talking about him like that? Like now it's like, you say whatever you want online and fucking get all this backlash and it means nothing. There's no
yeah,
repercussion.
yeah, man. They're saying, nah, he's a clone. Enjoy him though. Hopefully he's just as funny as the original. Wow. Wow, man. Why are they doing that? Oh my God. Like the internet is just like then you go through something, you come back, you're a clone. Like whatever, whatever, man, whatever, whatever, man. Now you're a clone. You know something? You know something though? I want to know how real that like can they make clones though? You know what I mean? Like, is this like, well, where are they at on that technology? You know what I mean? Like, how, like, if they did want to do it to some celebrity and make him a clone, like, is that even a thing that they could accomplish? Is that
I'm
even like
not
a,
gonna lie, the first time I've ever believed in human clones has been this Joe Biden presidency. They're showing all these pictures of this fucking nigga with different ears and different looking faces. I'm like, you know what, yo? The way this dude acting, I ain't gonna lie, could be a sub.
not a sub?
Hey man, gotta throw in the sub shit. You know what I'm saying?
Could
No,
be a-
stunt double. Yo, come here. Come on.
You killing me. Not a fucking stunt double. Oh my God. Not a sub. I hate y'all. I fucking hate the whole world, man. Sucks. Gotta change it. Anyway. Oh God, it's funny. Anyway, I'm glad that Instagram came up with this. I'm gonna save it for the brand building segment, actually. You know what I mean? Because that's just something new I created today. It's a great thing.
Yeah, I'm thrilled for the brand building segment. I'm actually working right now, and I was working all day yesterday on rainy days, so got quite a lot to tell the people.
Nice. But first, we gotta toss it to Charles. Charles, are you there, Charles? Please come in, Charles. Oi, Charles here with the news and the headlines, keeping you lads informed of what's happening in the world, getting your head out the sun and all that. You know what I mean? That you know what's happening out here because fucking world is going to fucking hell in the handbasket, isn't it? Anyway, first story up here. CNN reports public poos have played a fuck man. I can't talk anymore. I fucking give up. You know what? Just end the segment here. And I'm just joking, man. Start off again. CNN public pools have played a critical role in American culture for decades. Now, as climate change and extreme heat worsen, they're taking an urgent public health role. Just as public pools have become more important more than ever, they're disappearing from sight. Pools have become harder and harder to find for Americans who lack a pool in their backyard or can't afford a country club or don't have a local YMCA. A legacy of segregation, the privatization of pools and starved public recreation budgets have led to the decline of public places to swim in many cities. That's interesting. Next story up. ABC News reports in what would be the latest big change since he brought the social media platform, Elon Musk says he plans to change the logo of Twitter to an X and soon bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds. So yeah, the Twitter logo and the name is just gonna go to the rubbish now. It's not gonna exist anymore. So good luck with that. Last story up. Then New York Post reports. Can you smell that? A pair of GOP state lawmakers are pushing to ban public pot puffing in a long shot to clear the clouds of the funky smoke. You know what I mean? The New York Republicans moved to ban public pot smoking over its pungent odor. And that's the sign that New York is officially done being New York. Anyway, for more information on these headlines, feel free to do your own fucking research. And with that, back to you, Charlie. Yeah,
Gotta
man.
love it. X Twitter, huh? That's gonna
Yeah.
be something.
No,
Apparently, they're gonna be moving to X.com.
yeah, it's yeah. Twitter is like literally done. Like you thought they
Yeah.
were killing Twitter before. I said it in our story. You thought they were killing Twitter before. Huh. Well, it's
They
about
killed it. Past
yeah,
tense.
yeah. It's about to be done, so like done, so
Yeah,
like
speaking of killing shit, talk about killing the vibe. What's with the whole fucking pot smoke thing? Remember when they first legalized it and Mayor Adams came out into like that interview and he was all like, "You smell that? Smells like people out in the streets of New York are having a good time." That's what he was saying.
yeah.
He was all like positive about it. Now here they are. You're having too good of a time. Tone it down. Like,
Oh my God! Like I
hey, look at
remember
Rainy
growing.
Days Reels booming right now. It's
I
gained
remember.
3 followers since I last looked at it. That's how many fucking this shit's just going up, up, up. If you look at it in the past couple weeks, how far it's come, it's insane.
Rainy Days Reels is a perfect name because people are gonna share that all. It's the perfect thing. But talk about what you want to click on. Yeah. That all. Wait,
I
what you
mean,
want? It's a
Rainy
brand
Days
gonna say.
Reels is just booming. A buddy of mine, if you go, if you just type in www.rained.org, RAINED.org, for some reason he had that website and he gave it to me so that I can redirect it to my website. So anybody that types in rained.org for whatever reason, it will now go to my website. ORG, that's ORD. Yeah, so I don't know who would be typing that in, but hey, if you are, you're gonna now go to my website. But yeah, that happened last night. And then
Oh,
I've been
it just
working.
went straight back to. It
Yeah, it
didn't
just
even.
redirects straight to rainydays.org. So I've been
Oh,
working really hard on Threads recently. I don't know
yeah,
if you are on Threads. I
I
think yeah, I
am.
did see you on Threads. But yeah, I just got 100 followers on there. The reels, I'm not. I don't run that page. That's run by my photographer. But if you back up to if you just type rainy days, just get rid of the reels. Um, or you can go to my rainy days page. Yeah. Yeah, it's doing really well. I'm just excited. I just posted a new picture. Oh, now everybody's gonna be able to see what I look like. There's the picture.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just posted that
yeah. There goes
yesterday.
this bastard. Maybe one day he'll get on the
Yeah.
fucking cam. Get on camera. You goddamn pussy. You're a
Right. I
pussy.
was actually gonna do it today, but it's so much more convenient for me to be on the laptop. And there was
Nah,
just,
just show your
bro, there's
pale
there's
ass
fucking
face.
like there's 8 people, 3 dogs, and a bird in this house right now. So it's kind of difficult. I've been
So
muting a lot, trying to cover up everything, and whatever. Anyway, long story short, yeah, I just posted that yesterday. Um, I'm looking forward to finishing off. I like to do 3 posts per item. So I'm going to do the 3 posts for the shirt. That's 2 posts for the hoodie. I'm going to do one more hoodie post. And then I'm going to start showing the new shirt. And I'm excited to be selling that. Thankful for my buddy here, Jordan. He's sitting
yeah,
right next to me right now at Frustration. He creates the AI imagery, and that's how I was able to get that new profile picture because the old one, I offered the lady a bunch of money and she just refused to take it. So whatever. Yeah, he went and followed some bitch in the middle of the
Hey, it's not listen, it's my aunt's wife. I mean my uncle's
Oh,
wife.
okay.
My uncle's wife. My uncle's
Anyway,
wife.
yeah, so I just been for some reason the threads page doesn't show up on my rainy days page. What's up with that? See how you
It
can't?
doesn't?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
where is
yeah.
it? What the
Oh yeah,
fuck?
that's why I clicked here. Yeah, I was trying to go to it. But
Just go back to the rainy days reels page and then where it's like threads.net/rainy days reels, just delete the reels and go to the rainy days. But yeah, I've been working really hard on that the past 3 days or so. Um, yeah, there you go. See, 102 followers. You scroll down. I've been doing some different type of posts from what I normally do. Trying to change things up. I want to make more content for the people. I want more
yeah.
variety. So between this kind of stuff and the rainy days reels videos and then the tweets on Twitter and stuff, I feel like I'm hitting a couple different notes but staying in the same category.
Yeah.
um and the rainy days AI page with the imagery and stuff, and so it's
I
just
always love that.
I'm trying to stay in the same boat, but at the same time expand as much as I can.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been working really hard on that page the past 3 days. It's helped my Instagram grow a little bit. I've gained a couple followers, so that's gonna be like my new grind. I'm gonna be working really hard on the rainy days Instagram. The rainy days threads because it's attached to the Instagram. Dude, the tags on this is just still going off like crazy. I don't know if I explained it to you,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I
for
know.
some
I
reason it's
love it. I
just
love it. That's my favorite thing about
see,
it,
that's
man.
my tag yesterday. Look, scroll down a little bit. That's my tag from yesterday. Look at how many people have tagged me since
This
then. Bottom right, all the way bottom right. There's my picture of me, my face. You see my face,
oh yeah,
bottom,
that
all the
one.
way bottom.
Yeah, yeah,
That's how many people have tagged since I posted that yesterday, 17 hours ago. Scroll up, look at this, like 20 posts.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And even that post right there had like 170 likes or something. Like, there's like some the green in the middle with the text on the screen. The
Yeah.
one above that. The one above that. 173 likes, 20 comments. Like, that's like some popular people posting shit and tagging me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking insane. So yeah, I mean, it's just been. I'm not kidding you. That page has been on autopilot, just taking off. I spent the past 4 days scheduling posts until the end of August, so I won't have to do anything on Twitter or Tumblr until September 1st. Um,
Nice.
both of those pages are fully automated until that date, so it gives me a lot more time to work on things like rainy days reels and
Yep.
the threads page and stuff, and focus on other stuff. So yeah, I've been working really hard trying to expand on
Nice.
social media because I'm getting ready to launch my first serious t-shirt that's got like a really cool design on it and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
want to sell out fast. I want to get money and buy more and just keep going.
Yep.
So, I'm trying to make my social medias blow up before, I ask other people for help to blow up. I just want to look good when people start looking at me.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to get everything all prettied up so when shit starts booming, we're looking good. But yeah, I was supposed to release the shirt August 1st. I might still release it August 1st, but then there'll be delayed shipping. I might have to delay it until August 15th. Um, I'm probably not gonna lie. If I can't ship it to you, I'll probably be shipping it to Walter's house and picking everything up there and starting shipping from there. Um, but yeah, so I'm still out here in Washington and still got Montana to go to before I get to you. So
Yep.
got a lot going on, but hey, man, I'm out here handing out business cards like a madman. We're going to Seattle today, and I'm gonna have a couple hundred in my pocket, ready for everybody.
Yeah. I
And
respect
I
it.
wish I had some stickers, but at the same time, I feel like no cap stickers are a waste of money.
You think so? Why?
Yeah, stickers are more meant for personal use, um, because at least for me, Like when I see stickers places, like there's only a few places where I'll really look at a sticker. So far, the only place that has really gotten me has been bathrooms and like changing rooms and stuff like that, where you're like confined into a room and you have
Yeah.
nothing better to do than look around, you know?
Yeah.
And you can't escape it. But like as far as like sticker slapping in public, like on, you know, like the public mailboxes or like, you know, telephone booths or stop signs and stuff like that, nobody's fucking looking at that. You know, it's telephone poles, like all, and nobody's looking at that shit. You know, so to me, it's a waste of money because you're very rarely going to get advertisement off of it, even though it's there semi permanently and it's just sticking in front of people's faces. It's just not. It's something I've learned from handing out business cards. Like handing out business cards to random people does next to nothing. You need to connect with your
Yeah.
client. If you're
Yeah.
not connecting with the person you're handing the card to, the chances of them actually following you and looking at the card and, you know, getting any piece of business out of it is next to nothing.
Yeah.
So it's most important to be able to connect with the user. So the only way to really do that is to like trap them, you know, like in a bathroom, changing room, something like
Yep.
that. That's when you know, you can put a sticker like on the door. So like they're looking at the door when they open the door and they're like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know, or whatever.
Yep.
But it has to be something that sticks out. You can't just be a black and white text sticker that says, go to my website, you know?
Exactly.
Because
No, it's
why
gotta
the
be
fuck would they
trippy.
go to your website? It's got to be like some trippy picture or like some
Yep.
really cool design that's like, wow, I wonder what that's about, you know? So, and even
Exactly.
then, you're most likely catering to specific crowds with whatever picture you make and whatever. So it's just very difficult. It's very difficult, you know? Um, but yeah, stickers to me, it's kind of a waste of money. Business cards are always good to have on you, and it's always good to wear your own brand and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
even giving out like care packages to other people to wear your brand and stuff like that. But as far as like stickers, there are very select few places besides personal use where they'll actually come into business effect. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
there.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Stickers is gonna be part of my marketing campaign at some point. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna
They're
be.
not useless. Just use them wisely and understand that your best bet is to give them to people and have them personally use it. Like put it on the back of their phone or on their computer or something. And when somebody's coming over their house and they're genuinely hanging out, smoking weed and whatever, and they're just looking around, then they might see it and be like, oh, wow, that's cool. My friend likes that. Maybe I'll check it out, you know? But as far as putting them out in public and random places, more than likely it is a waste.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree. I agree for the most part. You know what I mean? But
But like a good place is like, let's say like the subway, you know? Let's say you put them on like the posts in the subway where people are just standing there waiting for the train for fucking a half hour, sometimes
I
45
was thinking
minutes.
about my city,
That's a
exactly.
great place, you know?
I was
But you
gonna
just
tag
it's
up
it's
my city in
about
the
being
subway.
very selective with it, you know? Don't make 1,000 stickers and put them all over the place. Make 100 high quality stickers and be selective with where you put them, you know? And those will get you more followers than 1,000 random stickers could ever do.
Yeah, I was gonna hit New York, LA. Um, I was gonna do Atlanta, um, and maybe Chicago because I think they have a somewhat of a transit system. LA got something on there with their shit. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. I was gonna do LA for sure. I'm gonna do LA. Like I said, LA, New York, Chicago, and maybe Miami. I might just go there just for fun. But I did want to have. I wanted to go on these vacations, but I wanted to bring a whole bunch of like either flyers, business cards, stickers, fucking shit for the mailbox, like a whole briefcase, a whole briefcase worth of shit. You know what I mean? And just put them everywhere. You know what I mean? Put them everywhere and see if they'll stay. A whole bunch of weatherproof. You know what I mean? You know how they said that they stay forever. I want my stickers to be annoying as fuck. You know what I mean? I want them to be high quality and annoying as fuck to get rid of. And I wanted them to have a QR code.
Well, there's a couple of things that you can do. Sometimes you can like laminate them. There's some types of plastic stickers that are like pre-laminated or like they're waterproof already or whatever. But they're more expensive. Some stickers, I'm not kidding you, bro, can get up to $5, $6, $7 a sticker.
Yeah, I know.
So just be careful with how special you want your sticker to be. Because trust me, I was so about the sticker shit. I was into graffiti growing up, you know? So to me, sticker slapping was everything. I thought it was fucking wicked cool. Until I saw 500 stickers was like fucking over $1,000. I was like, all right, maybe we'll do something else, you know? I even tried to just buy one really cool high quality sticker, and after I was done building it, they wanted like 14 bucks. And then like shipping on top of that. And now I wanted like a Supreme sticker that said
Yeah.
Rainy Days on it, you know?
Yeah.
But it was just like so much money with the size and the waterproofing and the laminating and whatever, all the
Yeah.
stuff that I wanted. And then they were like fucking at the end of it was like almost 20 bucks with shipping and everything. I was like, fuck you guys, no way. For one sticker? Like,
Yeah.
god damn.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah, I'm
with
still on the
stickers
hunt
that
for
are
a
that
good.
quality, stickers that are that quality, you know what I mean? That's different. You know what I mean? Stickers that are that quality.
I'm looking still for a good sticker distributor for me to get into. So if you find something that you like and you think it's good, please let me know and I'll be on that.
There's two different. There's the stickers that they're gonna be lower quality. I want them to be high enough quality to send them to weather, but low enough quality where I can afford a bunch of them. And those are gonna be the
Right.
ones that stick everywhere. You know what I mean? But the ones that like I want to like, I don't know. There is a skating scene in Detroit. I've seen it. I have not tapped into it yet, but I know it exists. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I want to get maybe some them and restaurants. I wanted to put my sticker in some of their restaurant windows. You know what I mean? But I'd have to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? But is what I would do with the higher quality ones. It's either going to be on a cool kid skateboard, you know what I mean, or a business, you know what I'm saying, or a nice car, you know what I mean. It's in the one of those are the, but that's the only places I could think about putting a high quality sticker, like a high quality sticker, or I would also pay to put it in a music studio. I'd start going to music studios, and I would ask them if they would let me put my sticker on the wall. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's about it. But this is the brand. This is supposed to be your part of the brand builder segment. My bad. Go follow my homie. You know what I mean? I probably couldn't find it in the messages now.
Yeah, thank you. Just check me out on Threads and Blue Sky. Those are the two things that I'm on. That's
Man, y'all
new.
can't even get to him on Blue Sky, bougie ass Blue Sky.
Yeah. Check me out on Threads. Everything else is on my website, rainydays.org or rained.org, I guess. But yeah, just check me out. If I'm not Rainy Days or Rainy Day on whatever social media, then it's not me. I'm not there. I don't do it. So check me out. Oh, I took a dab. Sorry.
He's not gonna make it.
Cheers. Take a poke. Take a toke.
Yeah, I got another joint to light up. I'm gonna do it in the second half. 2:10. This podcast must be long. Shorty text me it. Yeah. Let me look at it. So yeah, if I follow my homie, you know what I'm saying? Brand building segment for me with my fat ass. Yeah, I ain't been doing that much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been doing that much. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be as productive as my current level of discipline will allow. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Let me think. Yeah, I just bought these. These right here are so they're two wireless mics that would clip to your shirt, right? So two people could have them at once on, and this part clips directly into your phone. I got the sorry, I forgot the cameras. It got a little lightning port there. You know what I mean? It would click directly into your phone and get powered by that. And all of a sudden, your mic and my phone recognized it right away, like that. Like I already used it for half a second to record a video just to see the quality for a second, and the quality was good. It sounded clear. You couldn't really hear nothing really in the rest surrounding. And I don't think I put on the noise canceling on them yet. They do also have a noise canceling feature, and the case also.
Well, I'm thrilled to come there and use them in person.
Yeah, the case charges them and charges them. You know what I mean?
Are
So
we gonna be using those? Is that's what we're gonna be using when I come there?
why not to film videos and film some content? And now that
So what about if we were using those two mics? Could we use your mic as well and record a 3-person podcast?
oh, you thinking about like that way? Like nah. Nah. That's not for that. That's two different
Oh,
things.
okay.
I would need.
So that's for recording like YouTube skits or something, or like stuff for TikTok.
Yeah, I was thinking like what I could use it for is that number one, it could be useful for YouTube videos for sure because I could just have my iPhone 14 Pro is gonna be my camera for YouTube anyway. You know what I mean? So now I just clip that into my phone, clip that shit, clip that, and now whatever clip I'm doing, whatever video I'm doing is gonna have a high quality audio, and I got the visual, so I'm good to go as far as like just edit. Just got to edit it now. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like if I wanted to interview somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or if I wanted to, I could clip onto me and clip onto them if I did want to shoot like a little video to interview with somebody, or if I wanted to do a skit where I'm talking shit, he's talking, I'm coming, I'm pretending to do something. You both be mic'd up and somebody's like filming it. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, there's certain in the field filming. This is what this is really for, in my opinion. Like in either in the field filming, you know what I mean, or making a video with yourself. You know what I mean? But podcasting, nah, I didn't get this necessarily for podcast. This is for more for YouTube video making. You know what I mean? And but I could do skits for the two or some TikTok type skits type things with it. I could use the two because like if I was like wanted to make a video in Walmart, right? Using your phone, you got the mic clipped on you for great audio. You Gucci. You know what I mean? You can make whatever little like whatever you want to do. You know, so you got a mic with you. You know what I'm saying? You're good to go. And it got a range of like 500 feet. You know what I'm saying? So you're not like attached to the phone like that. You could do whatever, like in the air, like capture whatever. Like the soul is real versatile in that way. You know what I mean? But I do need more mics and shit for actual like shit. You know what I'm saying? For a multiple. But that's why I do a lot of my shit over Zoom. I was saying that to my homie. I was like, that, but that's the next things I need to buy though. But that's gonna take a while though. Really, the next thing I'm buying is Final Cut Pro. You know what I mean? I already have $150 of it. You're not lean on that. I already have $150 of it saved in my what you call it I got it saved in my savings account. Final Cut Pro costs $300. So yeah, I'm saving. I got half of it done. I need it because iMovie, to my knowledge, I've tried to find it. Maybe it's hidden. I got to try again a little bit, but like, it doesn't allow me to change the aspect ratio of the footage I'm using. Like, so to me, it's like it's not gonna allow me to really edit vertical video, which is what I need to edit to make shit for Reels and Instagram, and it's not letting me. But I haven't uploaded any vertical video to my MacBook yet to pull into iMovie to see what it's going to do with it. You know what I mean? So I was going to run that experiment maybe sometime this weekend. You know what I mean? And because I have to shoot the anniversary video, which I want to make, it's going to be more of a. My last anniversary video was strictly just a compilation of different was strictly a compilation of different either Freestyle Friday clip or a Written Wednesday clip or a Driving Freestyle clip. It was just strictly a compilation of what had happened over throughout the year, strictly content wise. Yeah, and then at the end, I did a little bit of talking. You know what I mean? My vision for this anniversary video is this is going to be more of a motivational type video. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm going to be doing a bit of talking, and I do want to cut to highlights and stuff throughout the last year, whatever. You know what I mean? From content wise, you know what I mean? I would do want to do that. You know what I mean? So I want to do that. So that way it's like get the music going. I want some of my music in the background. Like I kind of feel like I need Final Cut to do what I really want to do with this anniversary video, but I'm gonna push the audio software, the editing software I got on my phone to the limit with this shit. I'm gonna push it to the limit, try to get it as good as I can. You know what I mean? And hopefully it's the last time, this week and time I gotta use that fucking shit. So annoying editing on my phone, bro. I hate doing this shit. I don't care. I just hate it. I'd rather do it on my computer. But I gotta pay $300 to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm working on it. So yeah, I bought the mics. I got half of Final Cut saved up. Um, yeah, and like I said, I got the brick and mortar spot to do the podcast at already researched. 100 Street. I'm just not paying for the membership yet because I don't have the equipment. Once I have the equipment, like which is I want at least at least four mics that are not even this better quality than this. You know what I mean? And I need the audio interface that I need to plug them into. The audio interface that I need is $600. Like I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna pull it up. You know what I mean? Pull it up. See if it'll pull up here. Yeah, the audio interface that I want. This is the shit right here, man. This is the one right here. All right. Like, yeah, it costs $700, but like, bro, this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? With the connections, first off, I'm gonna have all four, be able to have all four mics, one, two, three, four, plugged into here. You know what I mean? Adjusting the levels, you know what I mean, of all the mics. You know what I'm saying? Be able to mute, unmute, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everyone's sounding Gucci. And on top of that, this shit got the Bluetooth interface, you know what I'm saying? Which so that if I want to have an iPad, you know what I mean, or something like that, where I play the media like the intro music, you know what I'm saying, or like anything, any sound effects or something like that, or anything I want to pull in, I could play that, and it's gonna play through this and play out into the people in the speakers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I got the 1D4 audio out, so you're gonna have headphones coming in here, audio coming in here through the mics. You know what I mean? Bluetooth for the audio. You know what I'm saying? And be able to control it and see all the levels here. I'll be able to program different sounds and shit if I want in there. So yeah, it's pretty much a lot of what I want. It's a lot of what I want in this package here, and it's supposed to be able to power all of the mics and everything. Like this is what I need. This device is really what I need. You know what I mean? So there's a bit of a price barrier between me and my brick and mortar, my real life podcast. But once I get this shit and I get the mics, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be amazing. I get the mic arms, need the real good mic arms, you know what I mean? Attachment to the desk. And I gotta get good at doing the shit. Gotta be my own sound engineer because I'm gonna need to rent the room out for 3, maybe 4 hours tops. And I'm gonna have that first hour to like I gotta put the clips onto the table. I gotta set the cameras. So that's another thing, the cameras. I'm gonna think about what type of cameras I'm gonna use. Like ah I think the most important thing with the cameras I use is for all of them to be the same camera. You know what I mean? I think that matters a lot. You know what I mean? With keeping the camera quality the same, with switching from angle to angle when I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what to trust. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to trust. I don't know if I trust these. I don't know if I don't want to have to buy a really expensive, you know what I mean, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when if I just type in right full, I be typing UHD camera. You know what I mean? It's a full UHD camera. I just type in video camera. This is really, I'm shooting videos with it. Video. Oh, that's not it. Come on, Carl. You went to school. Come on now. Video. Video cam. Yeah. Yeah. Look at these shits. Look at these. Like highly rated. Highly rated. Why are you acting like this $51 camera could do anything for real for anybody? You know what I'm saying? I don't like the options you be giving me. You know what I'm saying? When it's only three. You know what I mean? And it's like, do you really think, hey, Colin, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, there was just a lot of people in the garage, so if I unmuted, you would have heard 10 people talking at once.
But yeah, look at these cameras that are on the. Can you look at them real quick? Can you see?
Yeah, I see them.
So when I type in, I went to Amazon and I typed in full HD, full UHD video cam. You know what I mean? And because I said I feel like the most important thing for my cameras for my podcast setup is, to me, I and my most important thing is for all of them to be the same camera. You know what I mean? That way, when I'm switching in between camera angles or whatever, it's not like jarring in any way. You know what I mean? It's the same quality camera. It's the same
Yeah, I
camera.
understand that.
It's the same camera for me. I don't want.
I'm gonna just say right now, anything that's under $100 is probably sketch.
Exactly, right. But why are these like the only option? I was hoping for something that's like, I was gonna say about 200. You know what I'm saying? This claim, this is about 200, but like, I don't know how good it is for real. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't.
Amazon and cameras is kind of it's an iffy situation, you know. I don't know. I would consider like going to Best Buy, seeing what they have to say, and then maybe going back to Amazon.
Best Best Buy. Nah, because
Because like I feel like, you know, if you go find it on Best Buy, it's gonna be some official shit, you know.
yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. Because the way I'm
So then
looking at
maybe
it,
find it on Best Buy, and then maybe you can find it on Amazon for a better price, you know. Who knows?
oh, hey, fuck off. Full UHD video camera. Why is it you? Come on, you come on. Stop it. UHD, you know, with the space. Come on. Why are you fighting me, you fucking bastard? All right.
All
Vivitar.
right, see, look, boom, that's $1,000. So right
Nah,
away, you know, that's a dash cam right there.
yeah. Which I also
That
want.
is also a dash cam. Um, yeah, bro, but look at the price of their cameras, you know? Like 229 is the lowest. I would expect to have to pay around $200 for the cameras you're talking about.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I ain't gonna lie. Sony looking like the one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but maybe see if you could find something like that on Amazon or eBay for cheaper. You know, the same exact model, but you know, see,
Yeah,
look at that Act Fast 2 left. See, maybe people like them shits. Maybe they're good.
yeah, yeah. Because I'm thinking like if I could spend about 200,
That's
you
a
know,
lot of reviews. 2,600 reviews, 4.5 stars, and not too bad.
yeah, yeah. Maybe it's not so bad. You know what I mean? I'm sure how long of recording to give me. I need at least like 3 hours.
Specifications.
Record time.
I think it depends on the memory chip you're using, no?
Video. Nah, it's the battery inside there too.
Oh, you want battery life.
I'm saying it can it record for an hour? Like how long can it record? It's not just gonna tell me.
You
It's,
gotta look for battery life, performance, water resistance, power, battery size, other. Nice.
yeah, like it's not telling me.
Just
Well,
Google it. Google the model. Copy
yeah,
and paste it to put it into Google.
I'm gonna do that.
So
I'm gonna do that another time because I ain't gonna
I
make them.
got you.
I ain't gonna
Sony
make them go
Handycam
through it.
CX405.
Yeah, but like I said, if I could get, I don't want to spend more than $300 because even if I spend $300, let's say $300, that's 3, 6, 9, that's $900 for. See, I want 4 cameras. Why do I want 4 cameras? Because I got 4 mics, I got 4 guests. You know what I mean? Even though, depending on the seating arrangement,
It says the battery can range from 60 to 100 minutes depending on level of usage.
oh, that's not good enough, kind of.
Yeah.
That means that the battery's gonna stop in the middle of my recording. I'm gonna have to do some ghetto ass, at the very least, like buy another battery and get a battery exchange thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is gonna be trash. That's trash experience. You know, you know what I mean? Um, you
Well,
know,
I'm assuming that it would go to 100 minutes if you weren't using the screen, you know? But even that is not really a lot, yeah.
man. So I guess I would
But
want.
that's why that camera is cheaper, you know?
So so my the other thing is this. Do camcorders record good footage? I mean, I know that's kind of their whole job is to record good footage, and that might seem like a dumb question to some people, but like, uh, yeah, like I've also heard of almost no one that does any content ever using a camcorder. It's always just like somebody's parent with a camcorder or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know if anyone that makes actual content ever uses a camcorder. I don't. I just don't feel like they do. You know what I mean? But I'm not about to spend $400 on you kidding me. You look at Canon, yeah, sure, 1,200.
Okay.
Will suck a
Yeah, I
nut.
got this camcorder here. These have a lot more battery life.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, if I could just get full UHD cams that could survive 2 hours, 3 tops, and I could, and it could be like, because depending on how much I gotta buy, like at least 3. I think 3 minimum, at least
Yeah,
3.
that thing doesn't have a good fucking review though.
You know,
Yeah, 1 hour.
yeah, 1 hour just ain't cutting it, kid. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just not cutting it. I need more than an hour. You know what I mean? Like, what about this one? What about this one? Since it wants to be almost $500, goddamn bum ass camera. You know what I mean?
Panasonic HCV.
This shit wants to be this shit this shit wants to be $500. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But I need to get these cameras to get the footage of the angles of the pod. Because once I have the cameras and I got the mics and I got the audio interface, headphones. I need headphones, mics, cameras, audio interface. Got the MacBook. Pretty much good to go, I feel like after that. Get a little liquor, a little atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like I need an iPad just to help control the podcast while it's happening for real. Because the iPad will let you like split it in half, like have maybe the intro music over here, have the docket over here, you know what I mean? Like have the thing over, like, I just feel like I really need an iPad. iPad will really help me run the podcast great because it could do both all of those things. So I'm really gonna end up getting an iPad for that reason at some point, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I get the iPad, and the iPad gonna connect with the audio interface. It's gonna be a swanky setup, man. I'm telling you.
90 minutes.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
This
It took me fucking 3 minutes of searching to find that too. It was not easy to search it.
Yeah, Yeah, so $500 for a camcorder that will only give me an hour and 30 minutes of
I'm assuming from what all this looks like, that you can buy. Oh, here's a Panasonic HC VX981 4K, and the camera battery lasts 3 hours.
what about this one here? What about this one here for $719?
VX870K. I mean, yeah, bro, it's just seeming like they're not really
Yeah,
appealing to the crowd of people that needs batteries to last a long time.
I just need it for my podcast. I need it to last. You know what I mean? It's gotta last the
Well,
whole
honestly, what you should do, bro, we're sitting here wasting a lot of time. And honestly, you probably don't have the time for it because you're so busy. But you need to watch a video of people that break down podcast equipment, the best cameras for podcasts. Like,
Yeah,
we're sitting here doing research that's just wasting time.
yeah, you're right. You're
There's
right.
whole videos for this kind of stuff that people break down everything within like 10, 15 minutes, and you have
Although probably they
100
would tell me I need a
options.
camera that's connected to power. That'd probably be the easier way to do it. But
Well, that might be what they suggest, but then you could just look into alternatives from there,
texting me.
But there's videos for this kind of stuff. I just
Let me
came to
look.
the
Let me
realization.
look for the. All right, so let me look for a written Wednesday to play because I got a piece so bad anyway. It was so
Same.
bad, so bad. I need. I need that.
Everybody over here is itching. We're getting ready to bounce in a little bit, so
Yeah, I got you. Um, let me find. Yeah, I gotta. mm. All right, I'm gonna just go with this one. I don't really remember this one, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Enjoy the rest of the Wednesday. Welcome to Written Wednesday. Bi-weekly event. Y'all already know. Let's get it. Brooklyn, nigga. New York, nigga. Charlie. Came in this bitch to be all that I can be. Next man up representing the family. All on my grind like I don't have a plan B. Why would I need it? Just sweeter than candy. Out of my hood somewhere y'all never ran me. Never. First time in the woods feel like Bambi. Now I'm the one that was killing the family. Wearing petite like I needed some dance. Look at the killer, she scream like a banshee. Flicking my tongue just to tickle her fancy. Fuck off her purpose, I do not take Xannies. Over since they got me stacking the plan B. Open them legs for me. Lollipop. I'm licking that pussy like candy. Run through my mouth, but no, she never ran me. Feeling you out, but I really want Grammy. Time to get active, I'm getting right to it. Stewing alone, just me and the music. Smoking and thinking, I feel like Confucius. Machiavelli, no time to get ruthless. Can I talk to him? We just got excuses. Talk cheap, bro, gotta go prove it. I'm all on your timeline acting a nuisance. Shout out to niggas that actually use it. 2 weeks later, I'm back with some new shit. This one is different, I made some improvements. Giving my heart and my mind to the movement. I'ma start making wish, I'll do the shoe and hit that little dancing move. Clap, clap. Yeah, I love how you do it. Popping on beat cause she feeling the music. Why would you actually know that it's moving? Yeah, nigga. Like taking candy from a fucking baby. Shit different out here, my nigga. Nigga leveling up, got my own little studio and shit. Nigga, it's over for y'all niggas, man. It's fucking done. Fucking nigga, hold up. Matter of fact, Charlie. Yeah. Told me this shit is a rap like a lollipop. I am not dancing, that's just how my body rap. Remember, look around for shit that was on the block. Too many tents and antennas, it's probably cops. House party, glad I was never shot. Trigger for lovers that dance to the party start. Couple of hoes sit around, get their party top. Soft in the middle and pink like a lollipop. Pressure. Charlie G, I'ma get it together. Bet on me, I'll be shining forever. Every week I improve cause I'm clever. Got the fire for every endeavor. Tony said I'm a hell of a fella. When Wednesday, it's time to get cheddar. When Wednesday, it's time to get cheddar. Let's do it. This shit. Get it. Let's do it. Go stupid. Okay. Charlie. Hey, let's do it. Oh my God, that nigga, damn nigga stupid. Oh man. But yeah, we'll end the podcast with this topic here. One last topic here. I ain't gonna skip it another week. You know what I mean? My nigga Elon had something to say. All right. You know what I mean? And I wonder about this. Are you listening? Huh? Not fat. Oh, yeah. Colin, you listening? Over here. He's not listening. Come on, Elon
No,
Musk.
I'm here. Sorry. I was just dude, I
Uh,
got these people, you, the dog. I got so much going on, man. You're blessed I'm even here.
oh my God. But look, look. All right.
Richest man in the world on what will make you happy in life. It's not money. All right, cool. Let's see
Here,
what Elon's got to say.
here am I.
People just don't understand, like, nothing will make you happier than having kids. It will absolutely improve your happiness level to have kids. If it wasn't rewarding instinctively to have kids, we wouldn't have them.
Yes.
You will absolutely be happier if you have kids. Absolutely. We're literally, we've evolved to have that, as all creatures have. People just don't understand.
I agree, yes, but coming from somebody that has money to take care of his children, it makes it different, you know? I know people that are in the opposite situation that have just a few words to say about it, very simply, I wish I would have waited, you know?
Yeah.
So yes, have children. It's the most amazing thing that could ever happen to anybody's life, but just make sure you're ready for it, you know? And you don't have to be, you know, rich or fucking be able to afford to bring your child to the best school or college or whatever, but
Yeah.
just be ready for it, you know, and understand it's life changing. But
It
yeah,
is.
I agree. I agree. If that was one thing that he could tell anybody, I'm glad that it's something that really does make sense.
Yeah.
And I can
Having
agree
children.
with him. But there is just a little bit more to be said behind that. And I don't think he's unaware of that. I just maybe they clipped it, you know, to where he didn't go into it any further. They just wanted to keep it
I could
short and
tell. I could
sweet.
tell that they edited it. A little. I could tell they edited it.
Yeah, but for sure, you know, that's something that could be detrimental to your life if you're not ready for it, you know.
Well, if you're the type
So
of person that steps up to responsibility, if you're the type of person
right, right,
that
right, right, right.
is going to take the situation seriously, then having a kid could be the life-changing moment that forces you to become the best version of yourself that you maybe would have taken you a lot longer
Right.
to figure out how to manifest
But how
without
about
having
let's
a
talk
kid.
about for a brief second the people that have kids and nothing at all changes.
Well,
Never,
they
and
never. Well,
yeah.
they're pieces. I'm sorry, I don't mean, but I'm just saying, if they don't have.
You know there are people out there, and you might even know a couple people who I'm hitting towards, you know,
Yeah,
but
if they never had a sense of duty, they don't have a sense of responsibility, a sense of honor to like, this is my kid, this is my DNA, my seed, my name
yeah,
out here in the world, a representation of me and who I am and my teachings and
right,
my home training. This is my last name, Walker. This is a representation of my line here, my family that I brought into the world. You know what I mean? Like how could I feel no responsibility to make sure that this shit goes as good as it possibly can. You know what I mean?
right,
Like I don't understand, but people that don't with it, and they're just shitty people anyway. You know what I mean? They're shitty people anyway.
right,
You know what I mean? Like you don't want to, because the thing is, it's an ego thing. You know what I mean? I heard a comedian talk about it too, and like you could say it's a selfish thing. It's an ego thing. You think you're the shit, and you just had little versions of you. So of course you think they're the shit. All right. They're like, listen, if you're anything like the old man, all right, we got two megastars on our hands. All right. Let's just gotta figure out
uh-huh,
what they're talented at and what they like to do because they're talented at something and they're gonna be passionate about something. We just gotta make sure
right,
we help monetize it. All right. Because if they're anything like the old man,
uh,
they're gonna be running out the world 110%. All right. And we just gotta harness some of that energy and make sure it goes towards positive things. All right, if they're anything like me, all right. So me having a kid, I'm looking at like I got a future millionaire on my hands. I just gotta make sure I nurture it, harness it, teach it the right things, give it the right influences, and keep it healthy enough that is when his brain matures, it can find out where it wants to direct itself. You know what I mean?
facts.
But to me, I'm like, I got greatness in me. So if I have a kid, there's greatness in my little kid. You know what I mean? I think it's a lack of what you think of yourself. If you think you're a piece of shit, and you think you ain't shit, and your whole family ain't shit, and you have a kid, you might think that kid ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like, who knows? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think how you see yourself matters a lot on how you see your kid. Because your kid is a little version of you. What do you think about you? You know what I mean? Do you think that you could have been great if you had like a little more structure as a kid, a little more a positive influence, a little more money in certain areas to fund some of the little interests you had at certain moments? You think your potential wasn't quite harnessed enough by the forces around you? Your parents and your family didn't quite care enough, weren't quite engaged enough to bring the best out of you in the most formative moments of your life? Do you feel like, you know what I mean? Or do you feel like you was a piece of shit regardless and nothing that they would have did was going to help your bum ass? You know what I mean? You were just going to be a piece of shit forever. You know what I mean? Because if you feel like you got something, when you have a kid, maybe you could try to make those corrective things to try to bring the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? So this is your chance, and it's your kid. It's your chance to correct whatever generational curses, whatever bullshit in the environment keeps infecting their brain and mindset. You know what I mean? This is your chance. You know what I'm saying? To make a better world, one person at a time. You know what I mean? Or just give up. Just give up and be a bastard. Be a bastard and give up on life. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. When I'm looking at dating profiles, two things that are red flags, and I still haven't fucked with them yet. One, if she says she's an atheist, I'm not dealing with her. She's a godless woman, and Lord knows what's been in that godless pussy. I can't deal with that. I'm not dealing with a woman that says she's an
Yo, I'm
atheist. I won't
crying.
do it. I'll do agnostic, but I won't do atheist. No, no, not at all. I ain't fucking no atheist pussy. That just no. And the other thing is that if she says she doesn't want to have kids, she's either a godless woman or she believes it's a godless world, or she doesn't believe in her ability to love more than the world hates. And either way, I can't deal with that either. So you don't believe in God or you don't want to have kids, then
Yeah,
I
you hear
don't.
that? Atheists, stay away from my boy.
You couldn't get me if you tried. You know what I mean? It's a godless woman. What would I want with a God? What would a godless woman teach my children? You know what I mean? I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? And as much as I don't want you to be controlled by God and have no mental elasticity to make your own thoughts and form your own philosophies on life. You know what I mean? Because I spent 2 years as an atheist. You know what I mean? But it's so you have to. So you have the spiritual
Were you
structure.
atheist or were you agnostic? Did
I
you
was
still believe that
atheist.
there
I
was
was
something up
atheist for
there?
2 years. I said nothing. There's no God. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, that's
Now
pretty steep.
my position is more spiritually agnostic, and I'm spiritual, but I'm more agnostic. But if I had to pick a
Something's up
side,
there controlling
I
things, but
believe that I believe that there is a God. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I relinquish that I have no concrete evidence to support that, which leaves me feeling agnostic. But I know which way I lean towards. I believe there is a spirit, there's an energy that animates the body. I just don't think we know all the properties and characteristics of that energy. We call it a spirit, a soul, whatever consciousness, whatever form of whatever you want to call it. But we have a hint. Our human intuition hints that we just feel like there's probably something more than this flesh that's here. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna shit on thousands of years of human intuition that there's something more. You know what I'm saying? So um I think there might be, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was an atheist for 2 years because of my love of science. Because you see, my love of science broke me out of the Christianity frame hold for the most part, because I started picking apart like books and looking at debates between priests and scientists and Richard Dawkins and a bunch of different shit. And I was like breaking it. I was like, there's a lot of contradictions. Like, this book is bullshit. So the book being bullshit, the book that was taught to me to define God, me picking it apart and finding it to be a lot of bullshit in it, made me disconnect from God, because I thought this was God and this isn't it, right? And then I was like, well, both claims of just as require just as much evidence. Saying that there is a God requires just as much evidence as saying that there isn't a God. You know what I mean? And neither side has great evidence to support their claim. You know what I mean? So really, my love of science brought me away and also brought me back, because then it's like, all right, so what do you feel then? Since there's no scientific evidence that we have really to determine either way, you know what I mean? What does your intuition tell you? What does your spirit tell you? Like, what do you feel is the truth based on the life that you've lived and what you've seen in the world? You know what I mean? And I don't believe there's necessarily a benevolent force that is guiding any of the chaos that is taking place on this planet. I don't believe that 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 fatherism of the deity, of the spiritual energy. I don't think that is the case. You know what I mean? We could wish it was the case. I don't think that is the case. You know what I mean? I don't think there's something guide. I don't think so. You know what I mean? But do I think that there's an energy that is animating the body or the consciousness that exists outside of the body to some degree? Like, yeah, because even science says that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. You know what I mean? And if you say we're not blank slates, then the information that's previously in us that become these personalities, these likes and not likes, these things that we come with as babies already. You know what I mean? This is what makes us who we are. This is like the energy that drives us, like, which means that this energy just it existed before us. Like it was before before this fleshy baby got here. Whatever is animating this baby was here before. That's why it came with preset things. It came with stuff already there because it was there already, because it existed already before the body it got here. You know what I mean? And there are different dimensions. They say there's 11 different dimensions. The scientists do say that. They do say there's string theory. They do say like they're trying to understand. They don't know it yet. So there's different dimensions. What exists in these dimensions? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say? You know what I mean? There's been times when I was freestyling before I had broke my neck where it was like these words were just coming. It was like I was channeling through the shit. You know what I mean? It was like just channeling something else, like that concept of channeling. You know what I mean? Because see, if you are a spirit that is transmitted from something, then you can maybe change the frequency and tune into something else. You know what I mean? If you know how to manipulate the brain enough, you know what I mean? Like we don't even understand the brain fully. We don't even understand consciousness fully. You know what I mean? That's why I'm interested in the Neuralink and what they're doing here with it. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got it's a constant pursuit of truth. But I think both sides fight each other. Like religious people don't like what science does to try to find the truth. And scientists don't like what religious people do to find the truth. They're like, y'all meditating, y'all doing bullshit in the hills. Y'all fucking around. Y'all not really trying shit and really trying to get to the nature of life and universe and figure out what makes this bitch move, what makes the reality. Y'all just sitting in the forest philosophically bullshit. And they're looking at the scientists like, y'all are going to destroy the planet before y'all ever get to the truth because y'all are so lack such any spiritual restraint or any idea of any morality that y'all create these things that could destroy humanity or destroy society before you ever get to the truth. In your pursuit of you have no reverence, you have no moral compass in some of the things that you do. And then, and you know, so I think both sides need to come together. You know what I mean? Like, you stop fighting each other. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me get this. Where's it at? Here we go. I can't believe I have a. Oh fuck! Really gotta go. All right. But look, man, I appreciate you coming through. It's another week. We got it in the books. It's episode 101, podcast 101. You know, that's what the name of it should be. You know what I mean? Get to give a class now. I'm giving a class on podcast. I know how to tell you how to podcast. I don't know how to tell you how to create a successful podcast, but maybe in a year or two, I'll be able to give that class for you too. You know what I mean? But I can tell you how to podcast. I can tell you how to structure it. All of that. You know what I'm saying? But look, there's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to. When in doubt, use calm and honesty to express your vision. Most of all, thanks for listening.